on the dial, it's the top of the hour. Charles P.R. and Mike bring the power. From Chicago to Green Bay, Philly to L.A. They're the kings of the airwaves, paving the way. The guys cracking jokes, got you laughing out loud. Hyping you up, never stuck in the crowd. With thick, hot takes, they ignite the debate. Lighting up the night, never showing up late. Never giving a fuck, they're raw and real. Breaking down the plays, they tell you how they feel. From the end zone to the final buzzer beat. Charles P.R. and Mike, they can't beat beats. In the studio, they're the masters of the game. Names up the lights, they rise into fame. With every broadcast, they turn up the heat. On your radio dial, they're the dream team. Boys with the heat, they burn through the night. Sports scores and more, breaking down the games. From city to city, they rule the airwaves. Bringing the fire, the heat never fades. Boys with the heat, they burn through the night. Sports scores and more, they're always right. From city to city, they rule the airwaves. Bringing the fire, they're the legends and the brave. So turn it up, let it blast through the street. Charles P. on the mic, and that guy bring the heat. Never giving a fuck, they're always on top. With every new show, let's fucking rock.
I got it this time. You weren't late. So Charles and I listened to that last week.
That was funny.
I
Yeah.
told you how much you need to make a cover album.
I will make a cover album, and I will mash them all together.
Mash it all together, put it on
Mash
the
them all
old
together.
Tunes Eye. Tunes
You need to get paid for this.
You
That's
can't
funny.
get paid. You can't get paid.
So I would like to start the show off with a little breaking news from 10 years ago
Okay,
that never really caught my eye until earlier today.
what is that?
Does anybody know who a John Morales is? Do we remember John Morales?
I don't think so, but for some reason I think I'm going to remember once you say something.
He was the voice actor for the cartoon character Scruff McGruff, the crime dog.
Oh yeah, you got.
The
Didn't you
Air
get
Dog?
Did you
Oh,
get
the one with the coat?
No,
The little
Scruff.
trench coat?
No,
Yes.
Scruff McGruff, Chicago,
Yeah,
Illinois,
the
60652. Yeah. Take a bite out of crime. Turns out he was sentenced to 16 years in prison, stemming from a 2011 arrest in which police seized 1,000 marijuana plants, 27 weapons, including a damn grenade launcher, and 9,000 rounds of ammunition from his home, reports CBS Houston.
That was in your neck of the woods.
What the
With
what?
a rocket launcher.
How'd that go under the rug? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can we get a photo?
How did
of
we
that?
get here?
Did you
A
say this
rocket
dude's name was?
launcher?
What was this
John
guy's name?
Morales.
John Morales.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Fighting for taking a bite out of crime.
Yeah,
You
so
are
this
the
was
crime.
this was breaking news from is this the right one?
100
Yeah.
plants of weed.
From 10 years ago. This is old boy here. Here's Scruffy McGruffy himself.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, look at this guy. Where did he get his hands on a rocket launcher though?
It's
What military installation did you rob?
Are you gonna
it's
pull
not
it
that.
out?
It's Texas, bro. It ain't that hard to get a hold of that
Why,
shit.
Houston? Yeah, too. Look at him there with the big old fat cock. Oh,
Dude,
boy.
like, the irony in that.
The irony.
It's pretty intense. I
That's funny.
Wild.
could not believe that. And then to start us off on a heavenly path of NFL news, 3 days ago, former USC football star quarterback Caleb Williams has yet to sign his rookie contract 3 days into the month of July. What the fuck is up with this drama?
Apparently, if he doesn't sign it in 4 days, then it's like worry time, because after that, that's usually the time that everybody signs a rookie deal.
Well, his words were, "I know my worth."
Oh, that's not good.
So Bryce
Are you
Young.
trying to reset the rookie contract?
Well, Bryce Young made $38 million in 4 years last year, so the general consensus was 38.5 for a dude who hasn't proven himself at all. Arguably, the only thing he can do is lose against good defenses without great players.
Are we saying Chicago is going to give him 40?
Listen, as a Green Bay Packer fan, I'm definitely putting too much into this than there is right now. I'm trying to blow a little bit of oxygen onto the flames to cause extra smoke, but the fact of the matter is, there is currently smoke. There is currently drama with your new quarterback who hasn't thrown an effing
He's gonna
pass.
be okay. He's gonna be okay. Because if not, I'm gonna go find him.
I would beg you on a guy that put a futures bet out there for Caleb Williams. Every one of them, he was betting the over on, and I'm like, he's a rookie, dude. You bet the under, if anything.
When it comes to the rookie contracts, I personally never understood why they get paid so much in the NFL as rookies,
Right.
coming out of college, because it's like you haven't
Why is it
done anything.
negotiable?
Like it's a rookie contract. You got to earn your money. So it's like the fact that they get paid this much, and on top of that, they're always most of the time fully guaranteed contracts. It makes no sense to me, and it's.
So I guess at this point, who signs first? Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, or Tua Tagovailoa?
Tua
Jordan Love would
Tua probably signs first, if not Jordan.
Yeah, I
So
was going to say it's definitely Jordan or Tua. It's not Dak. That's not happening.
And it's not.
They're not.
Dallas,
Dak won't even
probably.
get signed. Guaranteed, Dak doesn't even sign this year.
I don't
just-
think Dak comes back next year. I think he
I don't
gets
think so.
he hits the market.
I hope he goes to a playoff team and gets to face his old team.
I hope he goes to the Giants.
Oh, that would be awesome if he went to the
That would be-
Giants.
That would be hysterical.
That'd be so awesome. I'm a little befuddled at Caleb's actions. Just if I'm being
And I
honest, here.
wouldn't be
Talking about
surprised if
his
this is 'cause
words.
I think this is his dad doing it, pushing this stupid shit.
Right.
Is his dad really
dad's
that
been
bad?
talking behind all the. He's been
Yeah.
talking ever since pretty much halfway through his last year at USC.
Yeah.
Talking about what he's worth, what he should be getting paid, all this other nonsense. And it's like you're setting up this kid to fail before he even sets his first foot on the NFL ground.
You're allowing him to move forward failing. Yeah, which is crazy because you're supposed to learn from failures, not set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Which seems the thing that frustrates me is that you haven't played 12 seconds in the NFL. And while there is video of him just making some pretty ridiculous passes, and I'm not talking in the good sense, right? Because you can find those highlights from college. You're going to find the scrutiny with this individual on the internet. That's easy peasy. Right. But the amount of these videos, it's not the same video remade over and over again. We're talking separate incidences. This kid has proven nothing. He continues to be drama. And is that what the Chicago Bears just drafted? That's what I'm curious about now. Because the kid was drama in college, and he hasn't even played a fucking second here in the NFL, and we're sitting here talking about he's the only one who hasn't signed his rookie contract.
This is the thing. It may be just a preseason game when we play the Hall of Fame game against Houston, but I feel like that game is I'm hoping that it humbles him and brings him down to reality like, hey, this isn't college anymore. These are really big guys coming after you.
Right.
That are fast.
Right. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be Patrick. What do you think? I mean, so the word is $38.5 million.
$38.5 million is what he. That's what the what Bryce Young signed last year.
Bryce Young signed $38 million.
So usually, like you said, the market goes up based off, and he's got to make more money. He's a better quarterback than Bryce Young. Come on, that's just we don't even think he has to prove anything yet, and he could be a better quarterback than him. But that's not a real high bar to set. So yeah, 40 million. Just get the deal done.
So, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Do you think this has something to do with it? Bryce Young getting $38 million, and he's trash. Caleb Williams, like Patrick just mentioned, is much better than Bryce Young. We all agree on that.
I think he's looking for 60.
Well, I think he might be looking for 45. Mike?
45.
I think so. Here's the problem. Like, I think Caleb we have, like you said, we have positive tape on him from college. But from everything that I'm hearing from my professor, who is a Chicago Bears fan, season ticket holder, goes to all of the practices, has been to every OTA.
I love it.
He's saying when he sees Caleb throw, he's scared. He's throwing on the run all the time, off his back foot. He's not making really great accurate drops when they're doing the 7-on-7 drills, when they're doing the 11-on-11s. So there's issues coming out of camp. I think Bryce Young's contract definitely has something to do with it, but I also think he looks at a guy like Trevor Lawrence, who, if you listen to any of the talking heads, he's 100 times the quarterback that Trevor Lawrence is, and Trevor Lawrence is the prince who was promised, right? So he looks at a guy like Trevor
Fucked
Lawrence
us up here in Green Bay.
Yeah, he looks at a guy like Trevor Lawrence and he's like, I'm better than him, and he got all that, so I'm gonna wait until he gets all that. But
what did the other rookie quarterbacks sign for deals?
So
anybody know
I
this
can
off
tell
the top of
you,
their head?
Quarterbacks?
I
Yeah.
tell you,
This year's draft?
CJ
for this year's draft.
CJ Stroud last year signed for 23.3. That was his it was a 4-year 36.8. 36.3, sorry.
I just wanted the comparison,
23.38. Caleb has the talent. The problem is like Charles said, like everybody said, I don't know if you can play a lick of NFL football. This Hall of Fame game is gonna show me, all right,
Okay,
You're-
hold on.
I
You're
got the
going-
list pulled up.
Is that Is that the first game?
The Hall of Fame game, yeah.
The Bears played
That's
the
in
first
August,
game
I
versus the
believe.
Texans? Oh damn!
they
I didn't know
against
that.
the Texans. They're gonna
Yeah.
if he plays that game, he's playing a different level of coach, man, and a different level of defense. Like that'll show you what he's really got coming out.
So it looks like he wants 39.4, 39.5.
That's what I got.
Yep.
About
Jaden
a
Daniels.
million and more.
Yep. Jaden Daniels is 37.7. Drake May
Right.
36.6.
The Pats paid Drake May $36 million.
Yeah,
36.6 over 4 years. Yep.
yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr., not a quarterback, but since it's here,
Yeah, well, yeah.
35.3.
Yeah, the
Paul, is that
rookie
what you're
deals this
seeing?
year broke some kind of record with with money.
I like
Nix
Joe
is
Alt.
getting-
Joe Alt's a smart one. That's
Yeah.
underpaying and undervaluing for a position that ultimately
Man.
3.5. That's not bad for
could be a
him.
$30 million guy at some point.
Yeah. Bo Nix, bro. Go ahead, PR.
18.6. JJ's getting 21.8. And then
18.6.
Penix is getting 22.8.
Hold on, wait. I
It's-
have to back up for a second.
It's this whole resetting of the top 10 draft picks don't have a cap or whatever. That's how they get paid so much, right?
And 9 times out of
Drake-
10, every last one of these contracts are fully guaranteed.
He's still on Drake
Yeah.
May's 36.
Drake May,
I'm like, he's the third
figure
overall
out the
pick. That's what's
numbers,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Drake May got $36 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for running around North
Is it-
Carolina with a corn cob up his ass.
Isn't
And
the
they're
third
still-
best quarterback in his draft class? Not even close.
Well, not only that, they're still paying the other two quarterbacks on
And-
their roster
and-
a shit
But
ton of
listen,
money.
you can thank
That's crazy, man.
Caleb and Jaden Daniels' contract for that contract.
Sure.
Listen,
That's just how it falls.
I've got to
Even
say,
JJ's is kind of
I've
fucking
got to
weird.
say, yeah, I got to say something out loud here. I really do. All right.
do it.
So the last couple of years, the Broncos have been getting broncoed, right up
Yeah.
the Yahoo, right? But I've been hearing some great things about Bo Nix coming out of Broncos country.
You know who you're not hearing great things about Broncos country? Zach Wilson.
yeah. But if they get Bo Nix at 4 years, 18.6, let's just say he's
Would that be a
2/3.
steal of the draft?
He's 2/3 of what Drew Brees was. Let's just give him 2/3 of what Drew Brees was.
That's a lot of juice. That's a lot of juice.
Do we talk about the Broncos catching a steal? Like, is this
Is that
their
like catching lightning in a bottle type
Is this
situation?
their sunshine on the horizon? Like,
The only thing that's gonna save that franchise is the fact that they're owned by Walmart.
absolutely.
I mean,
money
got
is
stupid money.
Money's never gonna be an issue.
money's
yeah.
never going to be an issue. Absolutely. But going from the Russell Wilson buy 50 milli to
Hey,
You tell
18
me-
million.
You tell me this card's gonna be fucking.
Bro, I'm
worthless.
just saying, can you imagine the conversation? We're having conversations right now about Brock Purdy. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if Bo Nix is bringing the Broncos to the playoffs by year 4, the amount of conversation we're going to be
Well, let
having
me
about
ask you
this
this.
dude making
Oh, yeah, for
18.6
sure.
a
The only
year?
problem
So let me ask
is
you
that
this.
Patrick Mahomes is still going to be around. That's the only
Let
problem.
me ask
is
you
they
this.
have to deal
That's
with
fine.
that.
Let's say he doesn't make it to a Super Bowl, right? But I'm with you,
Right.
Charles. Let's stay on your theory. But let's move it ahead a couple years. So let's say in year 2, his sophomore year, he's able to lead the Broncos to, let's just say for giggles and story purposes, 11-6,
round.
right?
Second round of the playoffs or something.
Gets to, we'll just say, the divisional round and gets smacked around, right? Now, what does that say about Bo Nix, or what does that say about Sean Payton? Like, is he going to be the second coming for Sean Payton as far as when it comes to Drew Brees?
Did Sean Payton ever really have to draft a quarterback again after acquiring Drew Brees?
No.
But he did draft really well.
He enough. They were always a playoff team.
Defensively more than offensively.
Right, of course. They would always stack the defensive line more than anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Can you guys guess who the worst rookie quarterback contract, like the largest quarterback rookie contract ever was?
Zach Wilson.
No.
Has to be
no.
It
was Sam Bradford, wasn't it?
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford. Yeah.
It was he was the reason why they reset it.
Yeah,
$78 million
shit ton.
with $50 million guaranteed.
Well, that's
Cam Newton.
for you. So.
He screwed Cam Newton.
He did.
Yeah.
He screwed Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
That's
Then
fucking
Cam Newton
crazy.
came in the next year and got like $28 million.
Patrick brought this up once that Sam Bradford was stole the most money from the NFL.
No, but then his old buddy reset it for Minnesota. He stole more money.
Sam Bradford stole so much money. Kirk Cousins looks like Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Bradford was in the league, and then he was in Philly at one point.
How did we get from Deshaun Watson's questionable contract to all of us just quietly being okay with fucking Kirk Cousins making way too much money? Sam Bradford getting the worst rookie contract in the world.
Kirk Cousins is taking teams to the playoffs.
Did Sam Bradford even have
team? But yeah.
Well, it's like
Sam Bradford did nothing for any of the teams.
What did he do in his career? I want to see how much money he made per touchdown pass in his career.
I think Bradford over under. I'm guessing less than 125. 125 because he had
touchdowns.
Yeah,
he played for the Cardinals.
He played for the Rams, the Cardinals, the Vikings,
Damn.
Eagles.
He only threw 103 touchdown passes in like 11 seasons.
I told you the over under was 125. That was a great number.
I mean, he did a lot more than most quarterbacks. He did throw for 19,000 yards.
What was his touchdown interception ratio?
103 to 61. Not crazy bad. But
that's why he was in the. I mean, you're in the league that long. You're not
percentage wise.
He had a few good years with St. Louis.
He's better than Matt Flynn.
His completion percentage career 62.5%. So he's like the bottom tier of 65. I think is kind of like average.
Accurate at least.
Yeah.
If Justin Fields makes it another 7 years, does he have better or worse stats?
And Sam Bradford?
Yeah.
Is he starting those 7 years?
Well, Justin Fields is never going to have a better interception to touchdown, or not her touchdown interception ratio, but he's going to definitely have more yards and touchdowns.
And he'll have more total touchdowns than Bradford because he can run. Sure.
Yeah.
I think he'll end up having a better career. But
such optimism coming from a Bears fan.
Right. I think Fields will have a better career, but a lot of that is going to be dependent on.
It depends if he starts.
Well, here's the thing.
It's also going to be dependent on how the Steelers use him. If they use him for a fucking kick returner,
who said he's going to stay there after this year? That's the thing.
I mean, if Justin Fields just stays a bench quarterback for the next 8 years and comes in and plays periodically and does well, I think that's a better career in the NFL than what Bradford had.
But you asked statistically, not better career. Yeah. There's the two different scenarios.
I saw a crazy stat.
I see what you're trying to do.
Fields is going to ride the bench. Prescott's not going to sign with Dallas. The old boy's going to be out from Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's going to sign Dak, and they're going to win a Super Bowl. That was the guy's take. He also was a Steelers fan, and it was TikTok. But I thought it was very interesting how he painted the picture.
Do you think
I could see all of it happening except for the Super Bowl.
That's what I think. I always think is funny about Dak. Like, apologists is like, is he a great regular season quarterback? Yes, I will give him that.
He is elite. He is fantastic sometimes.
Can he lead?
He's unreal.
Can he lead in a spotlight? Absolutely. He turns into Kirk Cousins. I mean,
Okay,
y'all-
so-
he hasn't proved us otherwise to feel any other way than what
Y'all
you're
beat
saying.
the
Mike.
shit out
He
of
has
him.
done nothing.
yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I understand. Okay, look, me and Pat both, had our positions on CeeDee Lamb, right? But there's
Right.
not a receiver on the fucking Steelers that is as good as CeeDee Lamb. Not one. Not
Yeah, there
fucking.
is. His name is
Who?
Justin Fields.
Oh, you're stupid.
But here's the thing: the Packer game from last playoff season, for what the Green Bay Packers did, it wasn't covering CeeDee Lamb. It was just putting pressure on Dak Prescott, and that's exactly what Dak Prescott is. He's a terrible under pressure quarterback.
Okay, so let's play this game. If we put Dak on this team, Super Bowl, it doesn't be Super Bowl, it's just playoff, right?
Are you
Because
putting him on the Steelers?
well, here we go.
Put him on
Arizona
18. Put him on
Cardinals.
18. Okay, all right.
Arizona
playoff.
Cardinals.
Are they a playoff team with Dak Prescott?
Are you saying this because Marvin Harrison Jr. is there?
No, I'm just saying it because they're the first
No.
team on my list.
I don't think so.
I would say they'll be close, but they're not gonna.
So
Okay.
Dak Prescott doesn't make Arizona playoff team. That's absolutely okay. The Atlanta Falcons.
yeah,
No.
probably.
I think so.
The
Okay.
offensive line in Atlanta is still shit.
I still think he makes a way.
I think with
I think
the
that-
NFC
well,
I
South.
never said they get a
division is
playoff
no
win.
bad.
Well,
But
yeah.
I think they
NFC
can make a
South,
playoff.
yeah, you guys are right.
Yeah.
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 So I mean, arguably, to kind of, I mean,
Yeah,
pretty
we only
much
gotta win 8
Dak
games.
on any NFC South team. What
Somebody's got to
about
win.
what
that
about
division.
Carolina Panthers?
Hell no.
No.
No,
Okay.
there's
The
nothing
rest
there.
of that team is so
The
bad,
Chicago
yeah.
Bears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Detroit or Green Bay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The Rams?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they
Wouldn't
can
that be interesting?
That would still be a playoff team.
You're
Because
saying
technically,
so
Stafford's last year.
Stafford retires.
They're both
Dak
in their
moves
last
in.
year. Imagine that swap. Imagine him going to LA
Contract
with
wise, it's probably going to be about the same amount of money.
Stafford's
maybe a little bit
wife
more.
makes a buttload of money on social at this point, and he's living in a great spot in
Stafford
Cali.
has nothing else to prove. He got his ring.
got a Super
he
Bowl.
Has a Hall of Fame career, basically.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
walk
he-
away. If
He
you
should have
Dak
went out
on-
with Donald,
Dak on
honestly.
the Rams. Playoffs.
I think,
you know
I think
what?
that would be a
Cooper
good
Kupp-
playoff team.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he could. Cooper and Puka
And-
Nacua.
I think with Sean McVay, that would
Hell
be
yeah.
Young running game.
Oh my God, that would be kind of weird. Yeah.
I think Dak would do just as good, if not better, than Stafford. To be
What about the Minnesota Vikings?
Yes.
I wanna
Yeah,
say
they would
yes.
fight for one.
I think so.
I think it would be a good.
I mean, I
playoff
think the collectively on the podcast, the only thing we have an issue with Minnesota is
The
their
defense.
quarterback.
And
Yeah.
quarterback is definitely the number one.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
and
in
their
the whole
defense
system.
is kind of middle of the road, but I mean they got enough offensive weapons.
But with
to be
Dak
able to
and
make
those
up for
offensive
it.
weapons,
Yeah.
I mean,
Carry
and-
it.
yeah.
So basically,
absolutely.
the collective from all this is we believe that Dak Prescott is a playoff caliber
Right.
quarterback, but he's
Yeah.
not a playoff caliber winning quarterback.
Well, see, now that
We
was the
haven't seen
NFC
anything.
specifically. What about the AFC? What if
It
he's on the
depends
Browns?
It depends on the team. The Browns.
the Browns are
Because the defense, I think, would carry them better than Dallas's defense. I think.
Is
Cleveland-
Dak better than Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hard
I mean,
to say yes
yes.
because again, Joe Flacco has an MVP and a Super Bowl ring attached to him.
Well,
So
this is
it's-
Joe Flacco
Yeah, but
right
I'll-
now,
but
not
I'll-
not
but
who
I'll-
Joe
right
Flacco
now,
was.
I
Yeah.
think Dak has maybe just a slight better edge.
Okay. So here we'll end this chatter with this question right here. What if the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys flopped quarterbacks? Does CJ Stroud make the Cowboys a Super Bowl contender, or does Dak give Houston that Super Bowl edge?
I think if you switch and put Dak on the Texans,
I think Dallas would get better.
I think
CJ Stroud.
Dallas is a better team with CJ Stroud. Just because of all the components that CJ has that Dak doesn't have.
Well, you mean
He's-
he's not just going to fling it like Favre?
Yeah,
I
well,
think
not
the
like
just
that.
that.
intangibles
Yeah.
are better with CJ Stroud than they
Not
are
just
with
that.
Dak.
We've seen CJ even in just 1 year. We've seen him have fourth quarter comeback wins.
And not
We've
just
seen-
that. Look at his
we've-
college stuff too, comparable to Dak in college. I'm like, you guys seen it firsthand.
Yeah,
And
I
being
think
in Ohio State, y'all seen what he could do.
So are we collectively agreeing? We'll go around the table here. Are we collectively agreeing that the better quarterback in the state of Texas is C.J. Stroud? Patrick.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ! We didn't even have to go around the table.
Yeah.
That was. We all wanted fucking fries and make it large. That's so. So maybe that's
Supersize
the
me.
answer.
Upsize me, Charles.
Maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's why Dak isn't signed yet. Maybe that's why the front office of the Dallas Cowboys are looking at the situation and going, that guy is better now and he's going to be better later. We can't have that. We need to get better earlier.
Because if you really think about it, look, because in the first full year that Dak had in Dallas, they went, what, 13-3?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, he
And-
pushed
and
Romo
lost
out
it.
the way.
Right. And they lost in the first round, or in the first
Jerry's
game that they
love
had in the
child.
playoffs, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's, again, this goes back to what Mike and Charles said. Yes, he's a great regular season quarterback. CJ Stroud in his first rookie year, not only did he win the division, just like Dak did his rookie year, but he won a playoff game and could have won the second one. So you're telling me you don't want something? Dallas isn't seeing what's happening in Houston and seeing, and this next QB class is not that great.
I was about to say if
It's not that great.
if
So
Dak
what do
goes-
you do without Dak?
Yeah, who do you put in his place?
Because this
Do-
next QB
does
class
Dallas-
is not great.
Well,
Does
George,
Dallas go and get fucking Justin Fields from the Steelers next year?
I mean,
Justin Fields is worse than Dak in my mind.
true, but I wouldn't put it past Jerry Jones to do
So
something.
you're not
like
even
that.
giving Trey Lance a shot.
No, Trey Lance.
Well, Trey Lance is going to get his shot because Dak is still in a walking boot from all the videos that I've seen. He's still walking around with the boot. So
I think
Trey
I
Lance is
think
going to play in the preseason.
I think you definitely give Trey Lance
not
a
starting.
shot, but he's not a guaranteed starter. Like he's going out on week 1 of the preseason, and we're gonna see how this rocks. Because when's the last time that Trey Lance played?
San Francisco, like
Last year.
week 8 or week 9.
No, it was like week 2 or week 3.
Oh no, he
got
did
hurt.
play it. He did play in
The
Dallas.
year
I didn't
before,
think
like
he
not
played
this,
in Dallas.
not this last
No,
year,
no.
but the year before.
2022. Yeah.
It was like week 2 or week 3 before he busted his ankle.
Yep, 2022 is the last time that guy played. So even if all this untapped potential, no sane GM, offensive coordinator, and head coach are going to agree that. Well, I mean, Joe Shane might based off Hard Knocks, but you're not going to start fucking Trey Lance. Like he hasn't done anything to prove that he can be a starting quarterback.
I mean, and let's be honest. He couldn't even beat out Brock Purdy.
Or Sam Darnold.
Or Sam Darnold. Yeah, he was the number 3 guy and then got traded. So I've got no faith in Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I've got none.
That's the problem that Jerry faces because what quarterback do you draft that's going to keep you? Look, as much as I hate Dallas and I hate Dak has kept Dallas with a 12 win record every year of his career pretty much, right? What quarterback coming out of college is going to do that?
It's not going to be a college quarterback. It's going to have to be somebody's
So
second
who out
string
there
or
do
bench
you
quarterback.
trust? If you're not going to trust Trey Lance, you're basically giving up on Dak if you don't resign him this offseason or at any point this season. Who out there that's going to be an upcoming free agent or tradable do you go after if you're Dallas that you feel is suitable to replace Dak Prescott and be the Super Bowl winning quarterback that you desire as Jerry Jones?
I don't think there's an answer for that right now.
There's not. I, as an Eagles fan, would be thoroughly happy if they went after Geno Smith because that would just make the NFC East pretty much guaranteed Eagles for the rest of that contract. But
Don't count out Washington just yet.
whatever. That goddamn, I know their head coach, and that dude is an idiot. So
I hear you.
I'm not. Look, Jaden Daniels is scary on tape, but
he's so small though.
he's tiny. He's like a Polly Pocket, right? Like Polly Pocket. If anybody remembers what Polly Pockets are,
I hate that name.
but there's no, like Charles said, there's not a good answer for that question because your best option is to go and get either Russ or Justin Fields from the Steelers. Take one of those two, or maybe the Eagles get rid of Kenny Pickett and push him into Dallas.
Well, am I wrong? Did the Detroit Lions not re-sign Goff through 2025? It says 25.
They just gave him a big contract.
Yeah, he just
Well,
got a big ass.
it says on SI that he's a free agent after 2025.
Well,
I guess
That's impossible.
just not
Because they just
updated.
signed him. Didn't he sign like a 4
No,
or 5 year deal?
Trey Lance is a
Or
free
he
agent
signed a
next year
2-year.
anyways. Trey Lance is a free agent
He
next
signed a
year.
new deal that puts him in Detroit through 2027, and it
I was just
includes
looking
an
to see
option of
who
2028.
Dallas would go after. Is all. It's
Yeah.
going to be a backup quarterback. It's not going to be a starter.
Yeah,
it's going to be
you're-
somebody's.
There's no starters that are going to be on the
No,
lead,
it's a backup. Yeah.
Okay,
And-
well, how about this? The Cowboys fuck off, but Mike McCarthy gets them to the NFC Championship game. Win or lose, it doesn't matter, right? Probably how they lose would matter.
Yeah.
But even still,
As long as it's not the Green Bay, they probably don't care.
I mean, now you're in a situation where you have, you're going to be paying this dude 31, 32, 35 million a year. Like no incentives on top of that, right? So when you throw in the incentives, you're looking closer to 59,
60-ish. Yeah.
60, right? I mean, and if you would have paid him 2 years ago, you could have been getting him next year and the year after at about 25 to 27 million.
So you're trying to say that maybe Atlanta's plan that you said on NFL draft night might not be so stupid after all, that they drafted Penix?
I think it's a great plan. For one, looking at the numbers, it's saving them 16, 17 million a year.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if they were in a situation where they're getting the number one, number two, or number three
Because-
quarterback on the
because
board,
next
they're
year-
paying that dude 40 million a year.
Dallas is not going to have any chance at any of the two quarterbacks that are even in half.
No, because, I mean, looking at the list, you're looking, I mean,
Sanders, Carson Beck. These are
Well-
the two quarterbacks. They're going to go top 5.
Carson Beck's going to go 1, Sanders is going to go 2.
Two,
That's my prediction. But, I mean, people have Carson Beck going to the Giants. And people have the Giants being the number 1 draft pick this year, which kind of blows my mind.
What?
Okay?
How?
Here's the kicker.
Wait, they said the Giants are going to tank?
Giants?
Yeah,
The Giants are going to be worse than the Carolina Panthers this year. I think Carolina's going to be worse
and
than
the
NFL
Oakland
this year.
Raiders. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that.
No,
but
no,
yeah,
no.
the,
I just can't believe it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Well,
the number 1 overall pick is projected to be something about Carson Beck, and then Shedeur Sanders is projected to go to the Oakland Raiders. Okay. Now I can see Sanders going to the Raiders, and that's going to be a dog and pony show, and I can't wait to watch it. The other kicker.
Okay, especially Devontae's still there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
my
can't
God.
wait. It's gonna be so. It's gonna be so dumb.
He's going to be throwing
I'm
him
here for it.
feet over
that
Devontae
shit-
Adams' head.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if that shit happens, Devontae's going to fucking New York, and he's going to.
Devontae's going back to
Devontae's
Green Bay
faking
next
an
year.
injury.
Yeah. No, Devontae's going back to Green Bay.
He's
Yeah.
got a continuous season-long case of turf.
I could see Devontae Adams being traded to Green Bay around Thanksgiving this year. To be honest with
You
you.
think so?
Yeah.
He
That's
wants
my way too early.
him and
prediction.
he wants
Love-
back. Jacobs has been
Jacobs
hounding him to come
hounding
back.
him to
Yeah.
come back. Yeah.
Love
Jacobs and
throwing to
Devontae.
Devontae Adams is
Yeah.
crazy.
The only thing I can see stopping that, and I'm not going to be upset, is that Christian Watson ends up being a dog, and he truly is
That's a win-win
healed
either
and
way for
healthy.
y'all.
Yeah, it's a win-win right now. So
That was
it's why it was so hard
crazy.
for me to answer that who's better, who has better wide receivers, Texans or Green Bay, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
hypothetically,
We should play. You know what we should do? We should play Dak or the other Dak or another quarterback, and I'll read off all 32 quarterbacks' name, and you tell me, would you rather take Dak or that quarterback?
This is their starting quarterbacks?
Yeah.
All right, let's run it.
So Dak or just do Dak or Nay?
Yeah. Dak or Lamar?
Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar.
they're both the same to me.
Nah,
get you
there's
just
a
as
big
many-
Lamar. There's a little difference there, Charles.
Hey, listen, old boy could have won the MVP last year easily if it wasn't for everyone all hyped up about a running back who could throw the ball a little bit better than most
Well,
other running
okay,
backs.
I'll-
It would have
I'll-
been Dak's.
I'll put it this way: Lamar Jackson stays a little bit healthier than Dak Prescott.
What?
That's not saying
Yeah,
much.
I mean they're the.
I'm not.
they're-
That's the only thing. I said it's a little difference. I
Okay,
didn't
so I'm just
say
saying,
it was
if
a big
that's
difference.
your pushes you over the edge, I'm fine with my
Charles,
decision.
It was a Jaden Daniels.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right.
If it's that close, I'm fine with my decision.
All right,
I'm
that's
taking
fine, that's
Dak.
fine.
I'm
All right,
taking
you
Dak
take
over
that. All right, you
Lamar.
take that.
All right, 2-1.
Yeah.
Dak or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. And I'm not a Josh Allen fan.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
All right.
Josh Allen can do it with his feet and with his
He
arms.
runs harder than Dak. Yeah.
He's just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Dak or Matthew Stafford?
But at this
Right now, I'm
point, Dak
taking Dak.
Prescott. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can't be almost 40 on this list.
Dak or Tua?
That's a push.
The Tua thing with the head, man. I just think he's one concussion away from being out of the league.
I'd rather Dak just because Dak got MVP stats with just CD Lamb. Tua got third or fourth with people like fucking Tyreek Hill and Waddle and Devon Achin in the back. Like, come on, Tua, you can't get higher than 3 on that fucking list.
It's your dogs in the
One
back,
was a running back, bro. Come on.
Dak,
2 were a running back. I'm sorry, CMC.
Dak or Jared Goff?
Golf.
I've watched Goff lose a Super Bowl. Dak might not be able to get there, but I know old boy just loses when he gets there, so I'm still taking Dak.
Yeah, I'm taking Dak too.
Dak or Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Dak
Say
or
it, Mike.
CJ?
Say it.
Oh, Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Hold on a second, though.
You just tell him you wanted to hear him say
Listen, the same thing though. Listen. Dak did what he did with C.D. Lamb, and Brock Purdy's doing what he's doing with Samuel, CMC, fucking.
I agree.
What's his face? I got to flip my vote. I got to take Dak over Purdy
Nope. I'm sticking with Purdy.
I can see that.
with Kittle and Ayuk and.
The thing is, though, Dak throws the ball wild and he'll throw the ball away. Like Purdy.
So did Brett Favre, and we got a Super Bowl.
Well, if anybody could do it, why haven't Sam Darnold do it? Jimmy G, all of them haven't done it.
Yeah, because Patrick Mahomes puts ketchup on his macaroni. There's not a lot you can do when forces like that are in nature.
I thought you were going to bring up a pineapple joke again, but it came up with the ketchup. That's fine.
That's funny. Dak or CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud.
I think the whole state of Dallas would say C.J. Stroud.
I don't think I have to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Dak
Jordan
or
Love.
Mahomes?
Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Dak or White Dak? Kirk Cousins.
I would say
I would take Kirk.
Kirk Cousins is probably a worse playoff quarterback, so I'm going to take Dak Prescott. At least Dak Prescott scores touchdowns in the playoffs.
I'm taking Kirk. And Kirk, I trust.
On my way to make my decision, the plane crashed. I've got no answer for you.
Well, we
It's
know
a
what
wash.
answer you're.
It's yeah. I'm going to take the first round draft pick.
Jordan Love or Dak Prescott?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Joe Flacco or Dak? Current Joe Flacco or Dak?
I've got to take Dak.
I'll take Dak.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco had a.
Joe Flacco would fuck up my top 5 draft
He
pick.
had a once in a lifetime opportunity to do what he did
Lightning in a
last
bottle.
year. Yeah, and he caught lightning because they got Deshaun Watson anyway. He ain't going to be the starting quarterback. So,
Not all that money.
Dak or Jalen Hurts?
yeah. What about Flacco going to Dallas?
Ugh. Y'all forget Flacco played for Philadelphia for a game before he shipped his ass off to the Jets. Dak or Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
I want to piss you off,
But you know
It's
it's the
hard,
wrong
but I'm
end.
not stupid.
Hey, wait,
Boy,
we never
am I.
said you can't say nothing
Chucky's
stupid
gonna
on this
pick
show.
Dak. Chucky's gonna pick Dak. I see that on his face.
Well, I mean, the only reason I'm thinking is because Jalen Hurts has way more weapons than Dak. But this year he has his best weapons. So based off of that information, I would have to take Jalen. But there's an asterisk there because it's not that I wouldn't take Jalen 10 out of 10. The question was just because of how I answered other teams rose a level of are you a hypocrite in my mind. So I had to sit on it for a second.
He has less. But
Dak or Baker Mayfield?
Dak.
I don't know.
Baker's another one for me that
I would
believe
have
it
to
was a
see-
one-off season for him. I
I'd
don't think he's
have
going to
to
repeat
see-
it.
Yeah, I'd have to see Dak Prescott in jean shorts before I can make my decision.
I need to see what he looks like. I need to see what Dak looks like in a Hulu commercial.
No, dude, Baker Mayfield recreated Brett Favre's iconic 90s
I
draft day
know,
photo
I
in them
know, I know.
jorts,
I'm
bro. That's what I'm
just
saying. I
over
got to
here
see
giving you
Dak
shit.
in some jorts.
I'm probably gonna go with Dak.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dak, assuming he looks better in jorts.
That's
But if he
funny.
doesn't, I'm
Jorts.
switching. I'm switching.
Dak or Trevor Lawrence?
Dak.
I'm
Trevor
going Dak
Lawrence-
on that one too.
Trevor Lawrence might be one of the worst starting quarterbacks that's
I'm
going to
gonna
get
be
paid
that guy.
ever.
and I'm picking Trevor Lawrence.
I can see why you would do that. I can see that point of view just as much as I can see the Dak over Trevor point of view.
I'm picking Trevor Lawrence too, but mostly because I've never heard of Dak going to the local Waffle House and buying everyone waffles after a playoff win. And
true.
I've heard Trevor Lawrence has done this
And not
multiple
just
times.
any playoff win. 4 interception playoff win.
A
Yeah.
4 interception playoff win. Yeah.
A comeback for the century playoff win.
Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag
Dak-
Waffle House.
TV.
Yeah.
Dak or Joe Chill? Joe Burrow. I'm going Joe Burrow all day.
Joe
That's
Burrow,
not even a question.
Joe Burrow healthy.
It's a whole lot of money
probably
to be
the
sitting on
second-best
your bench
quarterback in
watching
the
everyone
NFL.
else play.
Yeah, well, I mean, when your offensive line fucks up, I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I think I still got to pick Joe.
That play to me was almost identical with what happened with Rodgers. If you watched it, they put them side by side. It was kind of eerie how close they were.
Because of your questions with Tua, who played a healthy one full season,
Finally.
you still have questions on Tua, but Burrow has only managed one healthy season, and he's been hurt all the other ones.
There's a difference with your ankle and your foot. I feel like that could be remedied. You get one more hit to the noggin, you ain't the same person anymore.
There's a
man.
whole
They're going to
there's a
Steve Young
completely
him and force
different.
him out the league.
there's a whole
yeah.
Greek
Joe Theismann.
mythology labeled Achilles that would argue with you.
Yeah, well,
Look at Joe Theismann's. He got his knee banged up one good time and never played again.
I mean, we're talking
That's
Joe.
back in the day,
A lot
though.
of Joe Burrow's injuries are non-contact. Those don't just go away. New ones keep popping up.
That's
And
true,
we all
too.
agreed that when he got hurt preseason, that he shouldn't have been playing. He shouldn't have came back so early from that. Was it the calf or the groin injury? Was it on his leg?
Something like that.
It was his calf.
well,
I'm still taking Joe Burrow.
Pure talent, I would obviously pick Joe Burrow, but I mean, we're sitting here. I'm sitting here thinking I'm going to pay less money for Dak to not be sitting on my fucking bench. I got to take Dak.
Yeah, I feel
I
you.
hear you. It's valid.
Dak or Justin Herbert?
Who's coaching?
Jim Harbaugh.
Hey, it's Harbaugh.
I'm
You gotta
taking
take
Herbert.
him.
Yeah,
Taking
I take
Herbert.
Herbert.
Herbert. Yeah, I mean, just based on talent alone, I think Herbert's a better quarterback than Dak.
I'm like, I feel like you're getting the same shit.
Although, yeah, on PR's point, Herbert has had way more talent around him outside of the offensive
true.
line, and Dak has had MVP numbers, and arguably anybody who wants to can
Yeah, but-
easily say that there has been no production on the other side.
Did you say
Justin
Herbert
Herbert
had
many
more,
times,
had
Mike.
more talent
You
around
said-
him? The only player he had around him was Keenan Allen.
You
Nobody
said
else
this,
was
Mike,
there.
I don't know how many times you said that Justin Herbert is probably one of the most overhyped QBs that's come out of his draft class and absolutely done nothing.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's gonna have his best shot with Harbaugh as his coach, but I think we see Justin Herbert's numbers decline significantly because I think
You have
if
no
I-
weapons now.
There's no Keenan Allen.
You got no weapons.
No tight
But
end.
isn't Harbaugh on offense a run first coach?
Yeah, but do they even have a running game anymore?
Yeah, they got
Eckler's going.
They got
Eckler's
who did
gone.
they get? They got Corum or something, didn't they?
Blake Corum's there.
Yeah.
But I hear you. But who is he throwing to? Because you can't just have a run game and nobody to throw to.
I feel you. I mean,
I do not know who they. I don't know if they picked. They might have picked up a receiver. in the
They've got a
draft.
good
They got-
tight end.
they got Quentin. They just drafted Lad McConkey
The little guy.
from Georgia. No, the big like 6'2" wide receiver from Georgia.
He's not 6'2".
He's at least 6 foot.
He's a little guy.
He's smaller than Jalen Daniels.
Yeah, he's 6 foot with cleats on, and so he's probably about $180.
This one's kind
This is
of
the Jaden Daniels.
The Justin Herbert. I'm like, I get it, but I don't know. I don't know.
A coaching change could really reinvigorate the team.
You're right.
I don't know.
You are
I'm
absolutely
curious. I'm
correct.
honestly curious to see what's going to happen with LA, just because the whole Harbaugh thing's back. You know, like, oh, what's going to happen with Harbaugh? He's got
I'm
a
like,
Michigan player.
And
Blah
Harbaugh
blah blah. You know,
technically is a quarterback whisperer because every quarterback that he's had, he's made them at that time that he's coaching them be relevant. So
Dak or
I don't
Gino.
know. Dak. I'm not picking Gino.
Yeah, me too.
And Seattle doesn't even want to take Gino. They just had to pay him because they don't have a choice.
They definitely regret making that contract.
Dak or Russ?
Dak Prescott, because Russell Wilson has been fucking the
Russ
league.
is
the last,
having a
like,
rough
3
couple of years.
Listen, I'm looking at the Chargers depth chart right now. It is
Not looking
not
great.
good. It is not good. It is terrible.
That's why I said
Their
he-
running
he-
back is
he was
Gus
surrounded
Edwards and
with
J.K. Dobbins. The wide
It is
receivers
not
are
okay.
Joshua Palmer, Quentin Johnson, and Lad McConkey.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they have
Fucking tight end
Quentin-
is Will
Quentin
Dizzy. Glizzy for the Disley.
I watched the
Disley.
look on your
Herbert's
face
gonna
when
have
you
a
pulled it
long
up. You were like,
season.
God damn it.
"Who the hell is that?"
Dak.
Justin Herbert's going to have a long season.
Yeah,
Honestly, one of the best names on this offensive line offense at all is fucking Joe Alt, and I don't even think I've seen him play in the NFL yet.
nope.
Yeah, because he's a rookie. Derek Carr or Dak Prescott?
Dak Prescott.
Like Prescott.
Yeah.
I don't know.
D-
If I wanted
The fact
2020
Derek Carr
all day,
still
I'd
has
go
a
get
job
Matt
is Derek Carr's a starting quarterback.
It's
in the,
wild, right? It's wild.
is Derek Carr a starting quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until
Apparently.
Spencer Rattler comes
No, I
in
mean,
and takes over.
According
should
to the
he,
internet, he is.
should he be?
Absolutely not.
At this point, no.
They should have just kept Jameis Winston and fucking
That's
put him
even
back
worse.
in the starting quarterback.
I mean, Jameis
Not
Winston
much.
did set the record. Didn't he
Well-
throw like 35 touchdowns and 35 interceptions?
Derek Carr-
30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Yep.
Yeah.
Derek Carr is a 2020 guy. Winston's a 30-30 guy.
That's funny. Kyler Murray or Dak? I go Dak.
Oh, Kyler Murray all day.
I'm going Kyler Murray.
Kyler
Better
Murray,
outside.
because like Charles said, Kyler Murray's younger, and this might be the first opportunity that Kyler Murray actually has all the weapons that are
And if
around him.
and here's the thing: if we're talking about NFL talent, and I love everyone, but you miss me with the Call of Duty bullshit. For one, I am an avid gamer, so I could give two fucking shits less if he's out there
means
playing
nothing to
Call of
me.
Duty. It means nothing to me. The dude,
don't give
the
a
dude
shit.
balls out, right?
Wasn't the whole thing though that he was playing Call of Duty and not watching game film?
Yeah,
It wasn't that he was playing
wasn't
Call of
studying
Duty. It's
game
that he
film.
wasn't
Yeah,
studying.
Damn, but
the
that's
game.
also on coaching
Max
for not
for-
putting his
Ma-
foot in
yeah.
his ass.
Max Verstappen plays F1 simulating racing online until 3 in the morning, wakes up at 6 the next day and goes and wins an actual F1 race.
But are you going
I
to
don't want to
compare
hear it.
Kyler Murray with Verstappen? Verstappen's like some Michael Jordan of the sport.
I'm
Come
not
on.
saying that, but what I am saying is with Kyler Murray playing Call of Duty and healthy, they're a playoff team.
So are you saying we should all play Call of Duty one night so that we can maybe possibly
Call of Duty
play
is
with-
fucking trash right now, bro. Don't waste your time.
Hey, calm down.
I haven't. I had
being
it. I
very-
have it, but I haven't played it in like over a year.
It's
I'm
trash.
getting the new one when it drops. So
Yeah,
suck
well.
it.
Hey, we're
Dak-
only like 9
Listen,
days
just
away
because
from,
you show up
NCAA
with a glad
football,
vanilla
boys,
scented
so-
bag of trash doesn't mean it's not still a bag of fucking
It's the
trash.
Bahamas, man. The Bahamas.
Dak or Anthony Richardson?
Jack.
Dak. All day. I don't need a tight end
Don't ask
running my
Jonathan
offense.
that, though.
Dak or Jaden Daniels?
Dak.
Dak Prescott. I mean, I love Jaden Daniels. Just 'cause
I'm
I wanna see it.
not keeping
wanna-
crows out of the fucking fields here, right? I'm playing football.
Hey,
I need a scarecrow running my offense.
I just want to see if Jaden Daniels is taller than any other football player on the field.
That's
just
funny.
because Charles is like tiny.
Dak.
Look at his ankles, bro. Look at
Dak,
his ankles.
He's got little baby feet.
Dak or Will Levis?
The Will Levis experiment? That failed. I'm taking Dak.
Dak.
Dak or Gardner Minshew?
Jack.
Dak.
Let's see. Dak or Daniel Jones?
Dak.
Jack.
Hell no, I'm
Dak.
taking Daniel Jones.
You're
No,
an
Danny DeVito. You're talking about DeVito. You
No,
want
I'm
Danny-
taking
you want
I'm
Danny
taking
Dimes.
Daniel Jones. Hell, I'm taking a healthy Daniel Jones.
Go ahead.
Hell yeah, I am.
To
You
run,
guys-
to run a 100-yard
Super Bowl
dash,
himself.
yeah.
He's gonna shock the fucking league this year.
Yeah, he's going to
Jack?
fall on his own foot again.
Dak or we were just talking about the quarterback from New England. What's his fucking name?
Drake May?
Drake
Drake
May.
May.
Hell yeah, I'm taking Drake May.
Dak.
I'm going.
Hey, listen, we talking about playoffs here, and ain't none of them can get there as far as I know. So I might as well take Drake May. His ceiling, I just don't know what it looks like.
This is a 50-50 ceiling here for Drake May, too.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well
Dak-
take that ceiling.
Dak or Bryce Young?
Dak.
You know what? I'm going to go against the grain.
You're,
Yeah.
So did Carolina when they picked
Young.
Bryce Young. I'm taking Dak.
And
If you flip flop these teams, it's the
I
same
see.
team, dude.
Yeah, I see what going against the grain looks like. Carolina showed me last year. I'm taking Dak.
Yeah. And then last, Dak or Aaron Rodgers?
Jack, you didn't ask Caleb Williams.
Oh, Dak
He hasn't even signed a fucking contract yet. He's not in the NFL.
Hey. He
Sorry,
got drafted.
the
This
list
is
I
a
was
real
going off-
jersey.
Well, I'm taking
last
Aaron
time
Rodgers.
was-
Honestly, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers if you give him the Dallas offensive line. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
you give Dak the Jets offensive line, he might not have lasted 4 seconds.
Yeah, he probably tears
He
something.
probably
Too.
did.
The list I was going off was of last year's starting quarterbacks, and it was pre free
I'll
agency.
allow it.
So,
I'll allow it.
Listen.
they still had fucking Zach
Charles,
Wilson
we
as the
didn't-
starting quarterback. So
There's fucking
mean-
rules, okay? You gotta have a signed contract in the NFL.
Hey.
Yeah.
Below me.
Listen, send an email to fucking the Bears. It's not my problem.
No,
It's
you
the
gotta
fucking
write the
rules.
letter like the little kid. Dear Chicago Bears,
Yeah.
I'm an avid fan. I really love the team.
season tickets for the last 2 decades.
Very disappointed in my football team.
I want my wiener schnitzels.
I just hope I hope it's not a continuous string of what the Bears have been
Hashtag the
doing at
Bears.
quarterback lately. Like,
How dare you take that consistency away from them, Mike? If they have nothing else over the last 10 years but consistency.
of drafting shit quarterbacks.
Consistently. I'm sorry, Paul. But he's got to sign. He's got to sign the fucking contract.
Well, and that's the thing is Paul can be butthurt because he knows it's the truth. Like he lived through. I've been close
Yeah.
with this dude for 15 years.
I had Rex
Mitchell
Grossman as my
Trubisky.
quarterback.
Rex Grossman, like, what's the fucking dude? Jay Cutler, fucking, all of these fucking shit. Andy
Who played
Dalton.
for Miami for a little while too, by the
Rex
way.
Yeah,
freaking Grossman.
Kyle Orton, fucking, who else? Just a
We
litany
had
of shit
Brian Grinsey
quarterbacks.
at one point.
I can't believe you guys forgot about Mitchell Trubisky. He sold
I
the
said-
farm to get the guy.
Trubisky did that?
Trubisky,
Yeah, they
we
traded
had that
like
one
fucking,
long neck guy. What's the dude? He was
Nick Foles was there for a minute too, wasn't
Nick
he?
Foles was there. We
Yeah,
had
but
the
Nick
Red
Foles never
Rocket at
started.
one point. Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Breaking
Even,
news!
Sanchez was
Breaking
here.
news! The Chicago Bears are now the front runners to sign David Bakhtiari of the Green Bay Packers.
So what? Sit on the bench?
Probably not, because they're gonna play on a grass field
Bro,
more often than not. If he goes to Chicago.
his last fucking game played, he was laying after a touchdown, flipping off all of Chicago.
Why does our
dude.
division like to
That's
just swap
what it
players?
says.
What are you doing?
Why
bro?
does our
That's
division
what
love
it
to swap
says.
players?
You know, garbage bags
They
are
just
wet. Doesn't mean they're good. It just
They're-
means
they're
they're
pl-
forget.
stinky
They're,
trash.
dude,
Don't
they're only
forget the
plus
Eagles.
300 in Vegas. That's crazy. And then the Chiefs are plus 600.
Don't forget the Eagles signed fucking DeMarco Murray off the Cowboys, and that was a goddamn. That was the year where Vince Young was like, "Oh, we're a dream team," and we
But
went
that
like
wasn't
4
even
and
his
12.
fault. That was Chip Kelly's
I
fault.
mean, that doesn't mean they're going to sign him. It just says that they're the front runner. I mean, obviously, if they're the only team talking to him,
Did you
they're
guys
gonna be
get
the
rid of
front runner.
LaShawn McCoy for
Yeah.
DeMarco Murray?
No. No, we didn't get rid of LaShawn McCoy for DeMarco
You cut
Murray.
him?
We got it even worse. We got rid of LaShawn McCoy for fucking Kiko Alonso, the linebacker who
that was
everybody.
all Chip Kelly's fault.
It was all Chip Kelly's
All
fault.
Chip
We
Kelly's
had
Isn't he at Ohio State now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
their offensive coordinator.
I can't wait for you to freaking. We do a college football game where we get to watch Chip Kelly fuck it up for
That
us.
guy is a piece of trash.
Yeah, he is. He's a piece
Did
of
you
shit.
guys?
He
see
was
the
the second coming of UCLA. Come all over that shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
Did you see the LaShawn McCoy and Deshaun Jackson podcast where they called everybody else who was on
They
the
hated
Eagles
it.
when he came in? Yeah, everybody was like, he's a piece of shit. Even Brandon Graham, who's the most positive, up with people type of person in the world, they called him and he was like, oh yeah, that dude was a racist piece of shit. He hated black people. Like, did Chip
Oh boy,
Kelly?
that's not going to go over very well in college.
Oh
there's a
no,
little bit of,
especially in Ohio
it-
State.
right, he said that fucking moons ago. That he still got the job at UCLA after that, and
Yeah.
he's still.
No, they just did this podcast in May. That's when it first came out that BG said that because nobody from the Eagles has ever publicly talked about Chip Kelly like that because it's an era that everybody wants to forget. Like our general manager was tucked into a closet. Chip Kelly was like a president of player
Yeah,
personnel
even-
/ general manager.
Even
slash-
raccoons don't go stir up the shitty trash. They just
Yeah.
freaking leave it be.
Yeah. So we don't talk about that, but when that episode came out, like Oh God, I hate that motherfucker so much. He look. The problem is that era we had good players, but we had a shit quarterback because McNabb was already gone, and Vic was getting his stride, but he wasn't Vic from Atlanta. He just wasn't. And then we traded Vic away to get Sammy fucking Sleeves. The only good thing to come out of Chip Kelly was Nick Foles' year where he threw 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That's the only good thing to come out of Chip Kelly. That's it. That's all. Outside of that, Chip Kelly in Philadelphia, like his face is still on dartboards and bars in Philly.
So it's safe to say that Chip Kelly rotated your gears in the opposite direction?
Yes.
Charles, you had one. Did you ever rotate your gears? I heard you had something going on with a donation website that kept bringing you to a donation for
so
the
glad you
Jordan
mentioned
Love
that.
Foundation.
Yeah, well, yeah. So there's win a trip to Brazil to
go watch the Packers,
the Green Bay
versus the
Packers
Eagles.
versus the
Yep.
Eagles. Yeah, you win a signed jersey by Jordan Love, and there was a couple other things on there. And I was reading the website, and like right there in the rules, it says no purchase or donation
We all saw it. You didn't even have to highlight it.
needed for entry. So I click enter now, and it takes me immediately to the donation page, and there's like nothing else. You scroll down, and it's just the end telling you where the money's going.
Yeah, it was
Like,
only if you clicked on it.
The only way you could actually enter this is through actually donating, and the smallest amount was $10, and it gets you like 5 entries or some shit like that, and then $25 was the most popular. And I mean, and the thing that really pissed me off, right, was that I was going to actually donate. Like I was going to donate. I was going to do the $25. Was I going to win? No.
Yeah, but don't force me to.
10 love, the hands of love there. I mean, they're doing great things and helping out kids in the community, underserved areas, yada yada yada. So whatever, the donation's definitely worth it. But now you lied to me.
Yep.
You don't have to purchase or nothing. Click this button, and you click it, and it's like, here's the donation page. So I didn't click any further. So maybe it's like click on a donation, and then you don't actually have to do the donation, and you could just do enter now. But it's like, what the hell is going on? Like that's super suspect to me. Yeah. You already put pineapple on pizza and don't like cheese curds. So I mean, we're fucking inches
in the wrong direction.
We're inches away from a cliff. Yeah, no, never. No. You win me a fucking Super Bowl and I don't care. Like you could have lied.
That cheese curd situation will never live down.
No, I mean, and the pineapple on pizza afterwards, and everyone's like, well, he's a California kid. That doesn't excuse it, right? Like that doesn't. You don't make an excuse for that. So I mean, I'm just saying, it is what it is. I appreciate the individual. I enjoy his talent. I enjoy watching him, but
I don't like you.
Yeah, I mean, some things are going to have to change. Things are going to have to change.
With your hatred
Would you
for
ever
cheese
buy
curds.
Jordan Love's jersey after he said all those things?
Another
one? Got one up there.
Yeah, I bought one at the game after he said it.
You're gonna sign this, but just know.
I'm a fucking Packer fan, man.
If you get him to sign it, Charles and I already said this. We get the dude. I said I would buy $200 worth of cheese curds, send them to him, and have him eat all different flavors. And then if he finds one that he likes, we get to air it. That's what I said.
The one. There's a place in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Annie's, I believe it's called. It's like this little corner shop with ice cream, but they got like pulled pork sandwiches and cheese curds, and oh my god, it's so fucking good. Oh my god, it's so good.
Dude, there's a theater here in San Antonio called what is that theater called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's got a fucking order of cheese curds. It's called Brew House Flicks or something like that. Anyways, yeah, they have this order of cheese curds. It's a fucking giant, like, paper boat full of cheese curds. And I had never had cheese curds a day in my life before. And the first time my wife and I tried them, I felt instantly in fucking. It is the greatest.
Deep fried?
Yes.
So these deep fried cheese curds. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I get the cheese curds right from the fuck grocery store, bro. Open that pack up and just start popping cheese.
Charles like the squeaky cheese.
Yeah, when they're super fresh, you bite. Yeah, when you bite into them and they got these little pockets of air in, and you hear them scream, right? It's like you're eating little cheesy children. Hey!
Have you tried poutine?
I was
Yeah.
just about to say, y'all's minds will be exploded if you haven't tried poutine.
See, I haven't tried it yet, but it's
Oh
French fries,
my
cheese curds,
God.
and gravy. And I have
Yeah.
Well, there's
I
many
haven't
different
tried it.
versions of poutine, but yeah.
Well,
oh,
I have some
God.
Canadian friends through the podcasting space, and
Yeah.
they're like, dude, you gotta come up.
Yeah,
with
they don't
it."
know how to do it
What kind
right.
of flavor
but yeah.
profile is that?
Bro, apparently it's the shit. I have American friends who have gone up there and have instantly fallen in love. Brown
Whoa,
gravy,
whoa,
French
whoa,
fries,
whoa.
and cheese
Yeah.
curds.
You don't have to go all the way to Canada for subpar poutine. All right. I'm just
You do
just
too much.
Come
You
to
do too much.
Minnesota or Wisconsin.
Yeah,
you know.
like, just
Calm
got-
down. Calm down.
This
calm
guy
down.
Yeah,
went
even
especially
Illinois.
far. He went from Atlanta all the way up to.
Oh yeah, you went
Yeah.
way up there.
He went too
yeah,
far.
that yeah. I mean, you might as well just
Charles,
mail
like,
me
you're
the
doing too
money.
much. You're doing
I'll
too
give
much.
you a third of what I win at the casino. Jesus Christ.
Charles like, I can mail you all the ingredients for $10.
Holy
You don't
fuck.
gotta give me anything
There's
crazy.
a little bit of
Hey,
dry
where you at?
ice and shit in there. Jesus. Holy
I fucking
fuck.
love
We got
deep
you,
fried
bro.
You
cheese
have to
curds.
cross the border to get it, people.
God damn. No. Stop that.
That deep fried cheese curds was amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
deep
oh,
fried cheese curds are the bomb. If you Culver's is spreading around the country, right?
Yeah.
And when a Culver's opens up near you, you have to get there the first week because the first week it's like fresh from the fucking cow's
Fresh from the
ass
dairy.
cheese curds, right? And it's
Yeah.
they're so effing good. I mean, you could go years later and it's still great Wisconsin dairy product, and the cheese curds are just ridiculous. I don't know how you don't like cheese curds. That doesn't make sense. You're not lactose intolerant. You know how I know this? You put fucking pineapple on pizza. Lactose intolerant people don't eat pizza.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true.
You put pineapple with just sauce.
The pineapple, fuck that. I'm not
Oh,
doing
okay.
that. That's fucking gross.
Yeah, but veggie
Number
pizza
two,
with no cheese.
My wife is lactose intolerant, and she eats pizza, nachos, ice cream.
She take
So-
yeah. So
You
the
just
wife
gotta
does
leave her
too.
alone
She
for
takes
a
takes a
couple
little
hours
pill,
afterwards.
or I sleep out in the living room. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Little
Oh, god damn! Now I want some fucking deep fried cheese curds now.
They're,
Oh.
they're ridiculously good.
I thought you
we
were
always
say
get.
you want pineapple on pizza.
I
We
love
always get-
pineapple on pizza.
We know. It's
Yeah, me too.
I'm still mad at you
I
about
like that. We just
That's
bought
fine.
one the other day. We just bought one.
I'm mad
Cheese-
at you for being so un-American that you don't like
Little
pie.
brew
Who
house
the
one.
fuck doesn't like pie?
Well, ain't nothing.
Yeah,
there ain't nothing American about
All
pies.
right, all right, you guys. Before
The national
before
dessert is
summer
apple
ends, we're
pie.
gonna have a foodie episode.
The
We'll have a
national
food off.
dessert?
We'll do
Oh yeah,
top
just like
20.
America's team is the Dallas fucking Cowboys, right?
Charles, all right, Charles, you ready to get this bracket ready? we do have to start doing. Come on now, guys. Come on. All right,
Fuck on
Charles,
that one.
I'm so glad I came back to this shit.
now the
Turns out
mic is.
apple
now-
pie was
What's
one
that?
of the first desserts to be made in America. It dates back to the 1600s. So yes, America's dessert is apple fucking pie.
Well, that's why it was American
No, it's
pie.
not. No,
It
it's
is.
not. No,
Not
You
my
guys are just
America.
communists.
no, not in my America. Hell
Y'all
no.
are just communists. I don't
Your
understand.
America is
Doesn't like-
different than my America. That's fine.
Here's the kicker. If I had to guess what American dessert is, we'll get to the bracket here in a second, Patrick. I love the idea. But if I had to guess what an American dessert would be, it would be ice cream. You can't go anywhere and there's fucking ice cream everywhere, right? You can only get apple pie from certain fucking places.
You can get apple pie from every store that serves any kind of dessert.
Go,
What are you talking about?
hell no, I can't get apple pie at Freddy's, but I can get ice cream. I can't get apple pie. Well, wait a minute. Can you get them little apple pie pockets at McDonald's still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck McDonald's. They don't count. But you can't do it at KFC.
You can't get ice cream at McDonald's.
Yeah, that machine's never working. So I'm just saying. You. I know way more people that like ice cream than I do that like apple pie.
That's crazy.
Apple
man.
pie. Apple
But
pie.
the problem is ice cream hasn't been around that long though either. Cause you had to make that shit out with dry ice and stuff back in the day.
I'm just saying.
The original apple pie was introduced to America by Europeans. I like nothing from the Redcoats. You keep that shit. And there ain't nothing America about fucking apple pie.
Of course, it had to be introduced from. We're a fucking immigrant country. It had to be.
Just saying, you missed me with that Redcoat shit. Now look at you. You might as well have come up here and said French fries. Fucking Jesus Christ.
As long as they're not trying to sell us the Dolphins and stuff, we're fine.
That's funny as
Don't
shit.
sick those assholes.
Miss me with that shit. That's all I'm saying. All right.
So, Mike, you weren't here when we brought this up. Charles has brought this up with me and Paul about possibly doing. We're gonna the next maybe not next week. Next week we'll do one of our foodie ones. We'll do like a food bracket. But Charles had brought this up. We were gonna go through every.
Pie's going down.
Charles, do you remember what we were going to go through? We were going to go through every team, or we do hypotheticals and do a bracket style.
So what this is called is the sports equivalent bracket.
Yeah.
Okay, and what we're looking at, and it's going to be difficult. So we got to set up the zones. But basically, what we're looking at is what would the equivalent in the other major American sports of a home run be?
Ooh.
So
we'll do like if it's only 8 major sports we can get to, we'll do like an elite 8 type deal.
Absolutely,
more, we'll
because like, and there's also a little bit of fine detail in here as well to not super complicate the bracket. When we're talking about home run, we're talking about a 9th inning bottom game winning home run, right? Okay, so that electricity, where is the sports equivalent to that, right? So basically what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through the sports, get that event, and then rank those events, right? That's how we're going to get our seeding. Okay, so the first one obviously being baseball, you've got the 9th inning home run, right?
Okay.
So now, let's just jump right into the NFL. Let's not make this too complicated. We're going to jump right into the NFL. What is the most electric thing in the NFL?
A walk-off fourth quarter punt return touchdown.
So are we doing? So we've got punt return touchdown, and all of these per se have the effect of a game-winning equivalent.
You can do last second field goal.
So we've got last second
Game-winning
field goal. So what I'm hearing specifically right now is special teams.
So what you can do, you can make this even easier. You could literally, there's so many with the NFL, you could literally just do a home run equivalent and then just do NFL. Home run equivalent, then do baseball, or then do
basketball,
soccer, or basketball. Yeah.
Hockey. Yeah.
And then you put them in each bracket. You know what I mean? Because there could be multiple ones.
Yeah. Quite possible.
Well, because I mean, you can only get to one at one point. You're not going to have.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I want to kind of, because it's almost the same thing with baseball. You have the 9th inning home run, but I mean as simplistic as that sounds.
Out the side.
That's what I mean. We can add more detail to the complication of things.
I feel like we can add more to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So actually, I think I did. I think I figured it out. I think we are doing injustice to the other plays in the sports. I think each individual sport is its own bracket.
That's
and
what
we
I mean.
put
We should
yes.
it
Okay. And we put the equivalent. Okay, so the home run in the 9th inning to striking out the side from the closer in the 9th inning. What's more electric? And then the winning play from that goes on to combat the other major American sports.
And then we'll get to an Elite 8 at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. So for this episode, let's hyper focus baseball.
All right, baseball.
Okay, so let's get the plays that we want to establish, and then we'll rank them. So we've got the 9th inning home run.
Yeah,
we've got
triple play.
We've got a triple play. Have we seen a triple play?
I've seen one, I think I watched the Phillies turn one like 6 years ago.
I think I've only seen maybe like 2 in my lifetime.
I've seen a couple in college. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Major League usually has 1 or 2 a year. It's usually they tag the third baseman out. He throws the second base and throws the first base.
Okay, so we're probably gonna end up putting the triple play up against the cycle.
Exactly. I mean, those are very fair comparisons. They're very rare.
Those are very rare.
Shout out Charles for hitting for the cycle the other night.
Yeah. Apparently, the most any human has ever hit for a cycle in one season or for their career
is 2, isn't it?
3.
It's 3.
I got one. Maybe we could try to find a comparison for it inside the field home run.
Inside the field home run.
Yeah, that's one.
Little league home run. That's what. Yeah, little league home run.
A perfect game. Throwing a perfect game.
Yep, that's a good one. The perfect game.
What's another?
What's that strikeout one where you strike out all 9 batters?
The immaculate inning.
The immaculate inning. That's a.
I don't remember the last time I saw that.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know that I've ever seen that.
The Brewer guy did it last season, wasn't it? Corbin Burns did it.
Immaculate inning. Where it's just 3 up, 3 down.
I think.
You have three batters, 3 pitches. Yep, 9 pitches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's rare. It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, list of major league.
The skill that would.
The last person to do it was in 2023, May 24th, 2023. Johan Alvarado from the Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe. He did it in the 4th inning. So it's happened quite a few times, to be honest.
First one happened in 1889.
Yeah, it's happened a total of
frequency by decades.
Hader did it in 2019 with the Brewers.
Hader did it. Okay, yeah.
My bad. It was a Brewer. That was a Brewer.
But yeah, the last one to do it was in Pittsburgh, the Pirates pitcher last year in May.
Okay, so by decade,
that's still a good feat to say.
That's a great one. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Accumulative innings, the frequency of accumulated innings is very widely true. There are only 30 immaculate innings in the 114 major league seasons from 1876 to 1988.
Here's another one that only happens a handful of times in the season: stealing home.
I was just looking that up, bro.
Okay.
I literally was just looking that up.
There's a guy that had 3 or 4, and I think Ricky Henderson might have did it 2 or 3 times in the same series.
Nobody done it than probably Ricky Henderson.
Ellie De La Cruz against the Brewers stole.
Yeah, he stole home.
Stole home on 2 pitches after being on first. On 2 pitches, he stole home. He went from first to third, and then third to home. Yeah.
And Ellie he's a dog.
Yep.
What about
stealing home?
What about multiple grand slams in the same game by the same team?
I think that's only been done once.
Rare.
Yeah.
Well, that's been done by the same player.
Well,
it's only been done
Reggie
once
Jackson,
by
right?
the same player. I can't remember. Probably. If that would be a great guess. I know it's only been done once.
Yeah.
Let me check.
So in 114 seasons, there was 30 immaculate innings. In the next 21 seasons, from 89 to 2009, there was 30 more.
Yeah.
So the pitching has gotten better.
Yeah.
In the 90s, we saw 15. In the 2010s, we've seen 37. So far in the 2020s,
I have one.
15.
I know y'all said the triple play, right?
Yeah.
Triple
what about
play.
an unassisted triple play?
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that. That probably had to happen in the 1800s.
It has happened.
It has happened in the last 30 years, though.
I'm looking at the last person to do it.
Is it in black and white? I don't want this to be
2009.
It happened in 2009 with Eric Bruntlett with the Phillies.
Okay, how
in
about
the
this?
9th inning? It was a line drive. He touched second and then tagged the runner.
Well, see, that is so rare to the point where that you can't compare that with a regular play.
And you know what, too? It would happen so fast.
You couldn't even probably know that.
I don't think it would be as exciting as the ball leaving the park.
Because you got to be that quicker as far as with the regular.
How about robbing a grand slam or robbing a home run? One of those.
Robbing a home run?
Yeah, that's got to be up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think
was
that
gonna
could
say-
be.
If it's a walk-off home run,
So
Yeah.
in 1999, this is the only time that I can find that it's ever been done. Fernando Tatis hit 2 grand slams in the same inning.
That's right.
That's what it was. Yep, that's what it was. Yep.
That's why they say
insane.
he'll
He did that
forever
in
be
one
living in his
game?
father's shadow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Didn't he do it in the same inning?
Same
I
inning.
think so.
Same inning in the same game, Paul.
See,
Yeah.
That's just
That is
never
insane.
going. That,
What do you
never
compare
that's never
that
going to be
to?
replicated ever.
Yeah.
Like, why
Video
would you
game.
compare that to?
Video game, maybe.
The only thing I could compare that to, and it would lose, would probably be Willie Mays' fucking crazy ass catch
Yeah.
that nobody should
Boy,
have
they
caught.
caught
That
it
that ended up
behind it.
doubling up. Oh boy, yeah.
So the Yankees are the only team, or the first team in history, to have 3 grand slams in one game on August 25th of 2011.
Fuck, the Brewers have hit like 7 and 10 games, 7 and 12 games, or some
That's
shit like
crazy. Let's see.
that. 7 and 15 games, I think it is. Okay, so far on the list, we've got the ninth inning or the game-winning home run, the triple play, the cycle, the Little League home run, the perfect game, the immaculate inning, stealing home,
What about
robbing a home
strikeout
run.
game?
Robbing a home run.
What's that?
A 20 strikeout game.
20K game.
Well, how many
We're
do
at-
you have right now? How many? Do
We're
you
at
have right
8
now?
right now. We're at
So
8
let's
right now.
end it at that.
I was gonna say I think 8's comfortable, so let's
end it at that. When then we just try
Hold
to
up.
compare to see what's what.
Okay. We got okay, there we go. That's what it is. All right, that's what I was missing. All right.
I think
I'm
8 is
thinking
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so out of all of these, what do we think is the most exciting? The ninth inning
Can you
home
run me
run.
the list again?
Yep, ninth inning the game-winning home run,
Okay.
the triple play, the cycle, the Little League home run,
So how many do we got?
a perfect game, the immaculate inning, stealing home, robbing a home run.
So how many is that?
That's 8.
Okay, so we can do 4 on each side then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just got now. We just got to rank these.
All right.
I think the game-winning home run and the perfect game are 1 and 2.
I could see. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yep. 1.
Cycle's got to be in the top 4.
I would say
put
cycle's got to be 3.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Okay, and that would make the triple play 4.
Yeah.
And what's left?
Robbing
So
a
now
home
we've
run.
got the
immaculate
Little
inning,
League
and
home
stealing
run, robbing the home run, stealing home, immaculate inning.
I go-
Probably.
Immaculate inning, maybe, or
Number
inside
5.
the park.
Yeah. I would
Little
go.
League home run for number 5.
Either that or the immaculate inning.
I
One
would
of
go
those
immaculate
I select.
inning for number 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then
And then I
Then
would
you
put
could
the
do
Little League home run.
League.
Yeah,
at
Little League
6,
home
yeah.
run.
Little League at
And what we
6,
got left?
stealing
then-
home and robbing a home run.
Robbing a
Stealing
home
home?
run. Stealing home probably happens more often. So I would say stealing home is probably 8. Robbing a home run probably 7 then.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
If you're
I'm
all
fine
right
with
with
that
that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so that was the MLB. So now we've
And so, in
got.
the end of all this, all 4 of these brackets are going to meet at the end to see which event.
Well, we'll do
is-
one.
Yeah.
We'll do one a week. Like
Yeah,
we'll
we're
get to
gonna
that
do we're
point.
gonna do one a week, and basically what we'll do is it's gonna be 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6,
4 versus 5.
and 4 versus 5.
You
Can you
give me
write this
that
list on the
list.
chat?
Well,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what he'll do is he'll send a thing. There's a website we can go through and he'll make us
Got
a
it.
bracket, and then quite possibly we could have people vote on that bracket too.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah, we could put that on our YouTube channel too as a post and see.
yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, so now we've got the old NFL.
Okay.
So, what would be the first thing?
The
For
Hail
me-
Mary.
It-
The
yeah.
Hail Marys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hail Mary definitely has to be one of them,
Because the Hail Mary only ever comes at the end of a game
At the end of
and
a game,
hardly
anyway.
ever works.
and hardly ever
No.
works. And when it does, it's so
crazy.
gorgeous. The last one I remember was Aaron Rodgers from the 54-yard
The
line.
They
Detroit
did to
Lions.
Detroit twice.
The Lions game, yeah.
Yeah. We got the Hail Mary. We've got punt returns for
Yeah, punt
for
return
TDs.
touchdown. Let's see.
You know what I'm going to say? We're going to do
First play
special teams touchdowns.
Okay, instead of punt return touchdowns. Yeah.
Instead of punt
that
return
covers
touchdowns.
covers
Yep.
both of them.
Okay.
Punt return
I
and
was gonna
kickoff.
say first play from scrimmage touchdowns. Like first play of the game touchdowns.
Well, the interception for a touchdown in overtime.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
the,
so
that's the
why
only
don't-
play
why-
that can end a game.
Why don't
in
we do
overtime.
offensive touchdowns and defensive touchdowns?
We can do that.
Because that way when we break it, because I mean the list has to like it has to be 8, and I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure we can get to 6 just by touchdowns.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
all right,
by
then
the different variations of touchdowns.
Offensive, game-winning field goal.
That
I
would
was
be in
gonna
the
say-
special teams.
I was gonna say either a punt block or a kick block, blocking a field goal.
Touchdowns. Blocking the field goal.
Or a punt. Yeah. Let's see.
Special teams is some of the most exciting football, to be honest with you.
It
Yeah,
absolutely is.
that's why there's too many. Should have had special teams as its own category.
That's what I mean.
So we could take the blocking.
Well, here you
field goal.
go. Do fumble recovery or sack fumble touchdown, or just do sack fumble or
Okay,
whatever.
so
Fourth
do
down,
we-
I don't know. There's got to be situational ones
Holy
here.
shit, the NFL just got ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah.
so we do special teams, and I think that's just a category in its own. It's not special
Yeah.
teams touchdowns, because with the special teams, you've got the
so
punt
much
returns, the
into
kick, you got the kick.
Well, yeah,
blocks.
one of them's got to be a little bit more. One's you can't categorize them all the same because one's got to be more exciting than the other one. There's got to be number one, right?
We just have to do them justice when we make the argument.
Yeah.
Because on defense, there is some really exciting plays on
Yeah.
defense, especially when it matters.
Yep. The fourth down or third down sack on a big
Right.
play.
I mean, any team that has the ability to
even like
stop
that
Philly's
play
tush
that
push on fourth down. I mean,
Yeah.
that in its own sense. PR.
Or even that interception in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks and the Patriots on
Yeah.
that goal line interception when they should
Yeah.
have ran
Yeah.
to Marshawn Lynch, like that kind of play right there,
Or
opening
the sack-
Super
the
Bowl,
sack
or
fumble.
when Devin Hester kickoff return on opening of the Super Bowl, he ran it
All
back.
right.
Now,
All right.
now the fuel
Offense-
behind all of this is the excitement you feel while watching.
Right.
So I think that's driving this really, really well. So we've got the Hail Mary,
Yep.
which is a play in its own. While it is done on offensive, the Hail Mary is its own scenario. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Very much.
I think that has to stand alone on itself.
Okay. So then we've got special teams, offense, defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Super Bowl halftime show?
You can put that in there for offense
For filler.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Bowl halftime show? Because
couldn't for
we're all worried about getting to 8, and then all of a sudden we lobbed the whole fucking thing into 3 things.
Wow.
And now so we'll go the Super Bowl halftime show, because that is a spectacle. That is
Yeah.
part of the NFL, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When they get it right.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Is anybody pulling anything? We need 3 more.
So I've got Hail Mary, special teams, offensive, defensive, and Super Bowl halftime show.
What about
So
a
you
one-handed catch?
Spectacular catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spectacular
Catches. All right. Because that's not a touchdown or a game-changing scenario necessarily.
It's
It
just-
could be a spectacular catch for a touchdown, but
whatever
it's just,
you do
Yeah.
six touchdown game because it's most rare. Six or
For touchdown passes?
no, well, just 6 touchdown game period. I think it's happened on both. Running back did it and a quarterback did it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 touchdown game?
Yeah.
I was gonna say overtime too.
Bless you.
Bless you. 16.
There's a lot of things that can happen in
What can we lobby with the 6 touchdown game? What can we make that as a bracket? What other things can we attest
What's the other
to
equivalent? A
Yeah.
250 yard rushing game.
I was gonna
250
think that, like 250. What's the most right now? It's
So
like-
how about we call
Wow.
it the spectacular stat game? A spectacular stat game.
A stat stuffer game. Yep.
Watching an individual do the extreme, which is the same thing as a perfect game,
Yep.
the same thing as an immaculate inning,
Yeah.
per se.
They're having like a just a crazy stat game.
Yep.
That's just
3
mind blowing.
touchdowns. 3
Patrick, we all on board?
touchdowns or fucking yeah.
because that could go for receiver or running back.
Yep.
As far
Or
as
it could go
Quarterback
for
or
a
tight end.
6-sack game.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I
Defensive
mean,
end,
blows
Yep.
off the charts when you see it come across the bottom of the field.
or it
2
could
pick
go-
sixes
Yeah, I
and a
was
punt
about to say,
return.
Duron blanded up.
Yep.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be 8. So Hail Mary, special teams, offense, defense, Super Bowl halftime show, spectacular catches, 6 TD game, and a stat stuffer game.
There you
But
go.
the 6 TD game goes with the stat stuffer game.
Okay, so then what do we? Okay, so we'll erase the 6 TD game. What else? So we're at 7. What do we put instead?
do on defensively, right?
That would still fall into our stat. Because defensively, yeah, it would.
Yeah.
But do we?
Well,
I mean, I see what Patrick is
Because
saying though. Do we
Just
do?
what about
A
a
pick
giant?
six for a touchdown return is not a special teams play.
No, but it's a defensive play. We've got offense and defense. As
But-
two
Why are
categories.
we trying to put 8 on each one of these when we only got 8 for baseball? We can, just do 8 total. Don't do. There's just. I think we're overthinking this a little bit.
Where did we lose you? We're at 7 now. We're trying to get to 8.
Yeah, but then you said you're going to special teams, and you said you're going to go do defense.
No.
But we just
Those are
need
the
8
categories.
total.
He's saying those are the actual categories of special teams plays, offensive plays, defensive plays. But then you're talking about spectacular catches is a whole different thing by itself. Just like Hail Marys are a whole different thing by itself. Just like a stat stuffer is different. So the offensive, because there's offensive, you could get really specific and say,
Well,
a
in
big-
defense,
big
I
run.
thought that's what we
Yeah.
did with baseball, though. So we
Well,
only brought 8. Otherwise, we can get really crazy with this.
that's I'm trying to figure out where we lost you. We're on the same page. I don't know where I lost you. So the special teams is like special team scenarios. The offense is defense, right? Like, okay, so you're saying the pick six, a singular pick six for a touchdown, a singular pick six, yes, falls under defensive plays. But when one player gets 2 or 3 a game, that falls under the spectacular stat game. And that's just what we would be bringing to the table. Let's say it's the stat game versus the catch. Does Odell Beckham Jr.'s catch, is that more exciting in the moment it happened versus a quarterback achieving the 6th touchdown in a 6 touchdown game?
Yeah, I can see that comparison, but yeah. I just
But
think
I see where Patrick's coming from.
Yeah.
Definitely, like
'Cause we're so
trying
general.
we're trying not to branch it out
Yeah, 'cause
and web it all out. Yes,
on
yes,
this,
yes.
on this one we're so general, whereas the baseball one it was kind of specific for plays.
But the reason we have to stay general with the NFL is that we could
There's
put
so
this shit
much
to
shit.
30
Yeah.
or 40. We might be here a minute.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could just do the NFL, the kneel down. The kneel down's biggest middle finger that there is to run the clock out.
Oh, right at the goal line.
Yeah,
Oh,
Just run
the
the clock
victory
out.
formation.
yeah, the victory formation. It's
Is
gotta
that
be the biggest-
exciting?
Yes, if you're the home team, it's got to be the biggest
Or
middle
you're the
finger you
winning
can
team,
give it. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not gonna make me happy as.
I mean, there's a lot of players that have their rookie cards. That the only thing that they've got a card of is a little bit of grass on their knee. That's all they've ever done. And Kurt Benkert made a career out of it.
Yeah.
So
There's-
I don't- I
what
mean,
are we
I-
what are we
I don't know.
missing?
I don't
It's
think
not
you're
a bad
missing
one.
anything because you
What if we-
stuffed
what if
so
we-
many of them
okay,
into
so
the statistics
what if
categories.
we
That's
did-
why I don't know what else is left.
what if we did like a blowout game? Like
A lot of people leave blowout games though, so is that really?
It would be
entertaining?
only
but it's-
exciting for
but
one
it's-
side. Yeah,
it's yeah.
because it's the same category as
A stat stuffer's only going to be exciting for one side too.
the win in the NFL. A win in the NFL. You only get one a week. You get one chance a week. We've
How
got
about
it so
How about a winning
generalized.
streak in the NFL? Because a winning streak is harder to achieve. You know what I'm saying? Like and
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No,
Winning-
I mean this was the purpose of this. We got a spitball to tie up the loose end. A history making play?
Well, you can get real specific with it and just say Thanksgiving Day game or something like that. What's the
Okay. What do we say?
Or rivalry games.
Rivalry
Holiday-
games. Yeah. Just do rivalry games because that covers any team, any sport.
Because even
gives
if
both
they
teams.
suck, it's still a rivalry game.
Yeah.
regardless.
There's still
enough
gonna be harder,
attention
yeah.
on it to bring people's eyes to it.
How about do this? Do rivalry Sunday night football game.
Or prime time.
Yeah, no, the rivalry
Prime
is good.
time.
I'm just thinking about how to word it, right? How are we going to? I love it. I love the idea.
Primetime rivalry games.
Well, because I don't think it matters when the rivalry game is because it's a
I
rivalry
agree.
game.
Yeah, I agree. I think
think
just
you're
general
getting the
rivalry
passion
games.
and the excitement for that
You're just trying to
specific.
figure out how to word it to put it on the paper.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with this at all. I love it. I
I
just
think rivalry games is the perfect way to put it.
do we put rivalry games and then break it in, Patrick?
Yeah, just as an all-in-one.
Yeah, I think so too. All right.
NFL. Okay.
The best part about this is that even if we wanted to go down into college, it's the same fucking.
Same
Yeah.
scenario.
It's literally
It's
the
the
same
exact same
scenario
thing.
for college. That might be a fun one though. Put the NFL up against college football. I mean,
I think college people are more passionate than the
I think
NFL
college
fans
is way
are,
more
so
exciting than NFL.
They would probably
absolutely.
show out a little bit more.
Okay, so we've got the MLB and the NFL this week.
Okay.
Next week we'll do NBA and
Hockey.
hockey.
Yeah.
And that covers your basic four major. I don't watch enough NASCAR.
That covers the professional sports in the United
Four
States.
major. Those are the four major
Yeah.
sports in America.
Well,
Yeah, in America.
There's also soccer, but yeah.
And then
yeah.
that way we've got
And
that way
rugby.
we've got 32 coming together, and we got a nice even one. So perfect.
Yeah.
Hey,
Absolutely.
I just found out who's Team USA grouped up with for Paris Olympics.
Did you guys happen to see this right here? Did you see
Puerto
that?
Rico, USA, South Sudan, and Serbia.
Dude,
Hold on.
Luka.
South
Dude,
Sudan,
Luka got
Serbia,
eliminated.
who?
South Sudan, Serbia, USA, and Puerto Rico all in one group.
I never understood why they have. Never mind. Why would you make Puerto Rico its own separate shit?
Technically, it's its own country.
Yeah.
Technically.
Puerto Rico made it in, but Slovenia couldn't.
Slovenia. Luka couldn't. Well, they ran up into Giannis.
It's only Luka
Giannis-
over there. What do you
Dude,
expect?
Giannis
Puerto
freaking.
Rico.
Well, they went up against
Quite a few
Giannis
Puerto
and he
Ricans.
dominated.
Giannis,
So
well, not just Giannis. Giannis and his like 87 brothers play on that fucking
Yeah.
team too.
I mean, you got 4 or 5 like professional athletes. 2 of them are really good. So
Two of them are meh, but
Hey,
they're
you
still
know
good enough
Thanos
to
two
make
of
is
them
the
are meh.
MVP. Thanos is the MVP for Greece. All right,
Yeah.
let's calm down.
Thanos.
Thanasis?
Yeah. Thanasis.
Thanos, whatever.
Is there anything that happens in the Olympics that garners the same electric energy from you that, say, the NFL or the NBA or the MLB brings?
The last thing
Outside-
I can remember is when Phelps broke the record. Yeah,
For
Yeah.
most gold medals.
for most
overall.
medals. Yeah,
But that one woman swimmer is going to break Phelps's record, though, isn't
Katie
she?
Ledecky.
Katie
Yeah.
Ledecky.
I think
Yeah,
the
she's-
only things
she
that
has
I
like
can
all
remember,
13
I would-
records for the world records for the
I
own
think
time.
the
She's
only
just
thing that I
messes
can-
with
She's
people.
breaking her own record now.
Yeah.
I can watch, and I'm like excited to watch. You know, I used to be excited for swimming because Michael Phelps, but even now I'll still watch it. Track and field, and then basketball.
I
Like,
think
those
we
are
all
the 3 things that I probably
we were all
watch more than
hoping
anything.
Usain Bolt would set a new world record. Come on, we all were hoping
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that the last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
But
I'm interested for the gymnastics because my daughter likes gymnastics, so that's something that we get to bond over.
yeah,
So-
and Simone Biles. Is
Right.
a
So this is
huge,
all
huge
really
name.
polite ways of saying, yeah, no, we care about
Yeah.
the Olympics when they show up. And,
no, I mean, it's honesty. They don't have the same.
No, it's
Bing,
just
bang,
not the
boom.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's because we're also not invested in who the fuck watches gymnastics
I mean,
outside of the Olympics.
personally, me no, but I'm sure there are people. This is
yeah.
their fireworks are
time to
going
shine.
off in their heart.
Well, yeah, this
know?
isn't a personal attack on anyone. But
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
the
But
Summer Games used to be massive.
Because I think
Like,
we're not
it
as
used to be a
dominant as we used
spectacle.
to be. We're not as dominant
Well-
as we used to be in some
Well,
of the
we
sports that
still-
we used to dominate. Like
yeah.
there's things.
All right, let's do an over under. How many gold medals do you believe we're going to win this year? Then
How many sports we're in again?
there's 34. So, according to me, I said 39. You guys corrected me the other day, and there's 32.
I think it's 34 sports that we're
30,
in.
is there 34?
There's
or
there's
32?
been a couple added. Yeah, there's
Okay,
been some
so
new ones added.
34. We'll just say 34.
Over under. Well, clearly we're not gonna sweep at 34 gold medals on everything.
All right, come on, Paul. Give us the number here.
I'd probably say overall gold medals for Team USA. If it's 34 sports that we're in, I would say. Okay, so before I answer, because this is the thing, in gymnastics it may be gymnastics, but they're also overall and there's individual. So does that count as separate total count? You know what I'm saying?
I think they only count the medal count only goes towards the sports.
Is it team? It's not. There's no individual. Are you
No, I
sure?
don't think so.
Did they
I'm pretty sure there's individual.
flag football is an Olympic sport now?
Yeah.
Well,
It will be the next Olympics, not this one, but the next
okay,
Olympics.
There's 300 and some, I think, individual sports. So I guess there's opportunity for 300
So
gold medals.
so there's individuals and then there's teams. So it's different.
Team USA out of 32 sports, because if the team wins it, the team overall, we'll just do it that way, because that's usually what they do. The medal count is that way. So
there's 32 sports we're participating in.
Yeah, all of them. According to Charles, like he looked this up, like we're sending someone to every single sport. So
It's America. We're not no third world fucking country. We better be.
I was hoping to get that answer from you.
It's
Same answer.
I'm gonna say, and this might be a little bit heavy. I'm gonna say we win 25 out of the 32, or at least medal in 25 out of the 32.
Paul? It's usually not as high as we think it is. Usually they do really good, like overall total medals. They're usually first. They're usually the number one. It's the Winter Olympics that usually the United States struggles in.
This is wild. What? 2/3 of the country hangs out in the snow.
Medal count.
It is weird, but it seems like that's how it always goes. Yeah, but other countries, like they live in this shit. Like that's their like the slalom and all these other weird events. We don't do that shit.
Let me see
We don't hang out doing that stuff.
Charles, you give your answer. I want to see something real quick.
You're gonna look up last year,
You damn right.
last Olympics. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the 2020 Summer Olympics, the United States won the most medals overall with
overall.
113 total and 39 gold medals.
Right.
Yeah,
so it would not be an impossibility to go
there's
332.
There's 329 total
That's what I'm
medals.
saying. There's maybe because there's
Well,
individual accounts.
Yeah, but I think they win by when they do the gold medal count, like at the end they just do the
That's
event.
the team.
Approximately
Yeah, that's the
5,084 medals will be
'Cause this is
produced
the
for
thing,
the
in
2024
swimming-
Summer Olympics.
In swimming, we had 30 participants, and out of those 30, 11. I mean, we had 30 medals in swimming, and out of those 30 medals, 11 of them were gold.
Yeah,
You
they
get what
got
I'm saying?
different. Yeah, but they have different. They do it. They break it down two different ways. They break it down individual medal count, and then they break it down by teams. So there's only 32
Well, the one I'm
events.
looking at, it's medal by sport.
Yeah.
There's
That's the chart that I'm
329
looking at.
medals are expected to be awarded across 32 sports from July 27th to August 11th. Approximately 5,084 medals will be produced for the 2024 Summer Olympics. But the medal
we're
count
just doing team here, because I know there's probably a handful of people that are going to win gold, and there's perspective
listen.
ones.
So
But let's do
talking about a
team.
total.
We'll make it easy.
I'm gonna say,
a
like I
total
said, 25
total
out of
medal
32.
count. What did you say, Chaos?
I think we're gonna hit. I think we're gonna gold medal in 25 out of 32, but I think we medal in 32 out of 32.
Okay. I like that. PR, did you want me to go first, or?
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Okay, well, according to this list, there are 329 medals to be obtained. America will win all 329. That's the bottom fucking line. We ain't no third world fucking
Come
country.
on there.
All right?
Yeah.
We're going to win all 329 medals. Okay, but honestly,
Well-
I think the over-under on medal count for the United States is probably going to be, if it's 120, I would bet the under, but I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere around 98, and I'd bet the over. I think comfortably we're going to be, I can see us winning about 125 to 105 to 125. I think is comfortable. I think the United States takes these Olympics once again.
The
Because we
other
really
thing
are
you
the
gotta-
greatest country in the world, regardless of what anybody fucking says.
The other thing you got to take into account is the Paris Olympics might not happen after this election that just went down. Like it may not be.
Oh yeah, no. The Olympics have happened since Greece, and I think there's been like 4 times it hasn't.
'Cause even in Athens, there was a lot
Well,
of threatening.
But no. But what I'm saying is, it's not. It's a little bit different, right? Because now France essentially has become an Islamic country by majority, and I think what's going to end up happening. I don't think is. Let me rephrase that. What could end up happening is a lot of countries who don't want to deal with the drama, the politics of that shit. There could be a lot of big country pullouts of the 2024 Olympics in Paris.
It just means more gold medals for us.
Yeah, that's why Charles said it'd be a clean sweep because we'll be the only ones competing. I'm going to say 19. I'm going to say 19 out of 32 gold medals, and I'm going to say 107 total medals.
Say out of 32, I'm going to say 23 gold medals, and overall, I'm going to say 122.
122. So we're all kind of around the same boat here.
Yeah. But I think we're going to end up top 3 in overall medals because we're one of the biggest countries with the most people.
Oh, I assume that they're going to win. They're going to win multiple golds and multiple silvers. That if you win a third of the medals and there's 300 and some events, you're basically almost
top 5.
Yeah, you're clean sweeping. You're 1 out of every 3 events you're winning. I mean, you're sweeping.
So as of now, Americans are favored to top overall medal count at Paris Olympics. The United States is projected to win 123 medals, 37 gold, 34 silver, 52 bronze.
So that was my total.
Yeah, that's I may have been cheating, but I 105 to 125 was my number there.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I think it's going to be I think we're going to get a good count.
It's a little less than the 329 I thought, but
hey,
just by a little bit though.
I'm just saying, I wasn't far off.
No.
It did go over, but
you've done worse.
I don't think 329 was that bad. All right, yeah. So 37, 34, 52. Although, it's America.
Fuck yeah!
Do we expect anything less? I don't
perfection? No.
I don't ever hear anyone go, you know what? I'm going to move to China to financially better my life. I never hear anyone go, you know what? I'm going to move to Europe to financially better my life. I'm going to move to Europe to be on the big screen.
I've heard that before.
You're unless you want to go ride with the dog.
I've heard it.
When Trump won presidency, that doesn't count. All right, a whole bunch of people said they were fucking leaving. That doesn't count.
They didn't fucking leave either. That's the problem.
And almost none of them fucking left. They're all liars. But, my point. It's like, let me go to Africa to build a motor vehicle conglomerate. Right? You don't hear that type of shit. Where those people go, where everyone wants to go, is America. All right, and the reason for that is we're the greatest goddamn country on planet Earth. Plain and fucking simple. Hand to God. All right? We've showed it in back-to-back world wars. Our food is better. All right? I'm just saying, you can travel for hours and be in the same state. You travel for hours anywhere else, you're getting shot for crossing country lines.
Yeah.
All right, so
you just talk about Texas. That's all you talk about right there.
Speaking of Texas, I saw a really good one. made me think of Paul talking about wanting to move up to Dallas, and they're talking. Guy goes, "Well, the only thing good in Dallas," he goes, "all them rich fuckers with their Mercedes Benzes."
Not this guy.
I was like, "All right, man."
Bro, Dallas is let me correct my grammar. Dallas is an absolute shithole. I was up there. It's been a couple years now for a wrestling show that I got invited to.
Yeah,
to kind
I
of
had a coworker used to work there or used to live there, and he told me that the roads, the highways, everything just gone to shit.
It's trash. And then, so the best thing I had in Dallas the entire time was the morning I was leaving. I stopped at Waffle House. That's the best thing I had in that fucking city. The people were assholes. The parking was shit. Goddamn, I was in the shadow of Jerry World the entire time, which made me sick to my stomach.
Paul's
you're muted.
gonna live it down there though, or live it up there though, because he's a Bears fan, so he doesn't have
Paul,
to deal
you
with
are muted.
the Dallas assholes.
Most purchased.
I'm gonna
Charles.
go there and piss
Is it
everybody off.
Charles? Isn't it Paul's turn to pick us a state?
Oh, is it my turn?
I
It's
hope
your
that
turn.
state's Maine.
Well, Charles just picked one on his own. Well, damn it! I
No,
guess
you
your turn is-
fucker.
your
You
turn
don't
is
do
next.
this to me.
Well, Charles
Listen,
already looked it
the
up,
list
so.
is already ready pre-show. I ain't fucking
All right,
I don't know.
fine. We'll go with Maine, but I'm picking next week.
But you
Well, you
pick
gotta-
right now, and I'll have it for next week.
All right,
Virginia.
yeah.
Virginia. Jesus
It's for lovers.
Christ.
It's
Hey,
gonna be
that's where I
something.
grew up.
That might
It's
be a
gonna
good
be
one.
it's gonna be something like license plates that say Virginia's for lovers, right?
Okay, what
Every one of
these.
these, your mind gets blown. So just
So
wait
we're
for it.
picking a state each week, and we're figuring out what's the weirdest thing that they sell. Just figuring out just the most.
Well, I think it's like their number one,
Weirdest thing about the
number one
state.
selling thing. That
So
they
we give
get.
you so what we decided to do is travel across the country. We're going to give you a few facts along with their most purchased item. So far,
Weird shit.
Missouri, I can't even remember the facts, but the one thing they fucking have is goddamn soybeans. So really, it just everything I could find about Missouri was fucking soybeans.
Ask them about Idaho.
I
We'll
might
get to Idaho.
I might have to sit the Maine one out because when I was in Maine, I might have already figured this one out.
It's like the other thing too. Hearing all of this, once you hear it, you're like, oh shit, yeah, that makes sense, right? So Florida, the most purchased item in Florida, swimsuits.
Duh.
See what I'm saying? See, Alabama, most purchased item in
What do you think
Alabama,
it is, Mike?
Guns.
roll
No.
tide gear.
Roll
Oh, well,
Tide.
yeah. Okay.
See what I'm
For Florida, I said MAGA hats, and I was wrong.
That's a really good guess, though.
Guess what? Idaho.
It's in Florida for that shit.
Guess what Idaho is?
Potatoes.
Wine. But yeah, potatoes.
A lot
Yeah,
of drunk,
just a
soccer
whole bunch of
moms
wine
there.
and party products. right?
Idaho's, a lot of Idaho's and
I want
Idaho.
to know what Virginia is.
It's
Me too. We'll find out next week. Today.
What does Maine have in store?
So, Maine, known as the Pine Tree State and Vacation Land, offers fascinating facts that might surprise you.
Pause.
Pause.
Did you say vacation land?
Vacation
Oh, yeah.
land.
Well, yeah, Maine's
Yeah.
got lots,
All right,
lots
we'll
of
get back to that
cabins
in a
and
minute.
lodges.
We'll get back
Yeah.
to that in a minute.
This would be exciting. So, Lobster Delight. That's why I started singing. I'm gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna find some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right. Waiting till the middle of a cold, dark night when everything's a little brighter in the light of day. Maine is most famous for its lobsters. Whether steamed, baked, or in a bun, Maine's lobster industry is a must-try. The state produces 40 million pounds of lobster annually, nearly 90% of the nation's supply. Lobster fishing is a vital part of Maine's economy, with about 4,500 active lobstermen, which didn't realize they were called lobstermen.
They didn't know they have a name
Yes.
for
Yep.
Same
Yeah.
thing with like cricketers. Same
Are
level.
they
Blows my
crabmen?
mind.
that. Crabmen?
Lobstermen.
No,
What about
Lobster.
crabmen?
Because you don't-
It's
you don't-
No,
crabs.
you
You
got
don't
it
crab
wrong.
on a. You don't
got
crab
it
on a
wrong.
boat.
It's,
I think-
it's lobster, man.
I was gonna say I think Walmart has a cream for the
It's
crabs.
technically.
Or Amazon.
Yeah.
It's crabs.
Which-
Crabs.
It's lobster.
So, coastal beauty, Maine boasts 3,478 miles of coastline, making it the fourth largest in the U.S. The state also has over 4,600 offshore islands, with only 15 having a year-round population. Vinyl Haven, with 1,269 residents, is the most populous island. I didn't know that about Maine. Had no idea that they were island frisky.
Yeah,
How many?
more
How many?
islands.
How many parties do you think happen on them islands? Them rich
Probably
fucking
one
kids
too
with
many.
all them fucking boats.
Probably not that many because they're
Not
way
many,
the fuck out
'cause
there in the ocean.
Maine is a really like when you talk about age of population, it's an older state. Like their average age of population.
Them geriatrics can get down.
True.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
They're probably not rolling their asses out there into the islands.
A couple years ago, there was a study that came out that said the highest in most areas, the highest like per capita STDs is usually in like senior living centers and shit.
Yeah,
They don't care anymore.
They get down. They don't have to use protection anymore. They just
They
freaking
don't care.
Hashtag Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. When the sun is up, it is nothing but families and laughter and children. But when that fucking sun goes down, it turns into a massive party island, massive. And they have nothing but like foreigners as workers. Basically, they bring them up from all over the country. So yeah, it is just a huge STD field. Yeah, just massive STDs throughout the island of Mackinac.
just fucking riddled with them. All right, let's go around the horn here.
What naval history? The first naval battle of the Revolutionary War occurred off of Machias, Maine in 1775. Locals armed with the homemade weapons engaged the British ship HMS Margarita. I'm pretty sure that's not what it was spelled with, but they were sinking somewhere fast. Fuck you and your tea. Ha! That's all I gotta say. All right, so here we go. Certainly, Maine offers a delightful array of locally made products that make the perfect gift or souvenirs. The most popular items are most purchased items in Maine. Go. What's your guess?
I'm
Lobster
gonna say,
traps
Lobster traps?
and saltwater taffy.
I'm gonna say lobster rolls.
Damn
Lobster
it, you
rolls?
fucker.
PR?
I was gonna say lobster rolls.
Okay, you guys are getting really good at this. I will allow all of those answers as the number one product is lobster-themed goods.
Yeah.
So as long as you had lobster in the name, we were going to okay it. Given Maine's lobster heritage, anything lobster-related is a hit. Consider lobster-shaped ornaments, lobster-printed T-shirts, and even lobster wind chimes. Number 2, handcrafted pottery and ceramics. Number 3, Maine-made candles. Number 4, wooden
candy.
wind bells. Local art. Number 6, Patrick coming in hot once again. Sea salt and specialty foods. Maine sea salt, wild blueberry products, and maple syrup are delicious and unique choices. So well done, Maine. Overall, well done.
They had those
worst
freaking.
place.
Dude, we were there. They had like candy shop, like saltwater taffy shops. Like it would be like coffee shops in Seattle. They were everywhere.
So
For the
I
tourists.
can't go to Maine.
Quick history lesson on the saltwater taffy. Turns out the creation of that was due to an ocean flood.
Yeah.
And an individual had taffy, but his store had flooded. Somebody came in and was like, yo, let me buy this taffy. And the dude was like, all right, whatever. It was flooded. Here you go. And they came back for more and more and more and more and more. Thus, the saltwater taffy was created.
I fucking love saltwater taffy. I haven't had it in
I've been
God,
feeling since
2
I was
decades.
13. So taffy and I have no longer.
I
Yeah.
got them up on top of the fridge. I'll send it to you, Paul.
Yeah.
Hey.
Saltwater taffy is really, really good.
Can't have it. Can't have it. There
You're
you go.
allergic to
taffy's
it?
really dope.
I'm allergic to shellfish, so I'm like,
Yeah. You gotta be
Oh,
careful
man.
with that shit. You gotta be careful.
I'm gonna get tested again soon to see if it's gone away because my brother-in-law wants me to eat crawfish really bad. I told him if I ever on my dying bed or I get prison for like execution and I get my last
we
meal,
don't want to
I want a seafood boil.
blown up.
Yeah, please don't what is that? Hitch yourself. That Will
Yeah.
Smith movie.
So I'm a plain eater, been my whole life. Put fucking meat, cheese, and a bun. I don't give a fuck what meat it
Taters.
is. Burger, chicken, don't give a fuck. Meat and cheese. I remember used to have a really hard time at Burger King, local Burger King. That the fucking thing, every goddamn time I ordered the chicken sandwich, it would show up with chicken, cheese, lettuce, and mayo. Every fucking time. Like goddamn clockwork. These just stupid. Okay? So I remember one day, like the 1500th time, oh, you should have checked it before you left. That's not my job. Your fucking job is to do
Told
one
you what I
thing.
wanted.
One fucking thing. There are multiple things telling you what I want. For one, my fucking voice ringing throughout the restaurant. 2, the screen in front of your fucking face. 3, the goddamn receipt you put on the fucking bag you hand to me. Okay? So I remember telling these individuals one day, motherfuckers, I'm allergic to lettuce. I swear to God. It's like, I'm fucking allergic to lettuce every goddamn time I come in here. You got fucking lettuce all over my fucking shit. And the little voice over the phone is like, you're allergic to lettuce? It's like, whoa, bitch, I know you ain't a doctor. You're head Burger King. Okay, what the fuck are you questioning me for? Although I should have expected it because you couldn't read a fucking screen or a piece of paper or hear my voice the first time.
You pushed the button for no lettuce and no tomato, and you still put lettuce and tomato on my damn chicken sandwich.
Bro, it's the biggest.
You are talking about my orders. Every time we go anywhere and I order a burger, it is literally ketchup, cheese, pickles. That's it. That's all.
Hey, and they'll forget to put bacon on it if you order bacon. And
bacon, I could do bacon.
They fuck it up.
Like,
How? You do more work to fuck my food up.
Yeah, because they don't care.
You do more work. It's not even that. Listen, I just want a burger with cheese and bread. You actually got to put effort to put the fucking pickles, put the fucking onions, put the fucking ketchup, put the fucking mustard, put the fucking lettuce.
The guy at the register is pushing the button, so I know you back there can see the screen because you're making my burger. How can you not see the screen?
How do you fuck that up?
I wonder if there's literally just like kids back there just like, nah, fuck this guy. I'm not giving him what he wants.
Bro, my
Wendy's
gotta
be.
Dude, my Wendy's order is literally the simplest fucking order in the world. It is a spicy chicken plain with only ketchup, 2 orders of 6-piece nuggets. That's it. That's what I get at Wendy's every single time. And almost every single time there's mayonnaise on it or there's lettuce on it. And I'm like,
hey man, ketchup and mayonnaise are close. KLM. I mean,
I'm not asking for McDonald's special sauce here.
Just ketchup. That's it.
This is ketchup and mayo.
More annoying? You tell them, right? And they repeat it to you. Like I'll say, I want a cheeseburger. I want the Baconator.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And I want a Coke Zero with no ice.
You want a cheesy McCheese with no cheese, right?
Yeah. And so you want a Baconator, medium, Coke Zero, no ice. Yes, no ice.
And you always
Why is there ice in my cup?
Every single time.
I can tell you why there's ice in your cup.
Why is there ice in my cup?
Because they charge based off of the volume of soda that's in your cup.
I don't care. I said no ice.
No. I get it, but what their explanation is they don't know how to ring it up, so they're not going to give you no ice.
That sounds like a them problem.
It is a them problem, but
you repeated it to me
teenagers.
Sal,
so I know you heard me.
Sal, Raina wants to know if you like Whataburger.
Duh.
Yeah, duh. That's what he said.
It's just, it's so confusing to me. Because I'm not asking you for more.
These are the same people that are going to be raising our country. I'm asking you to take
something away, not add something.
Exactly, dude.
I mean, I've got free food for a year. Okay. So this incident got me free food for a year at Taco Bell up in Escanaba. I went through Taco Bell. I always got the same fucking thing. I got the beef gorditas, nacho cheese, no fucking lettuce, no goddamn tomato, no fucking sour cream, right? And then I get a soft shell taco, no lettuce, no fucking tomato on that bitch, just meat and cheese. The whole goddamn thing's meat and cheese. The crazy thing, the nacho cheese. So I'm on the drive-thru. I order this, and I hear a voice go, "Yeah, nope, you can't have it that way. You got to have lettuce and tomato on there with sour cream." I said,
bitch.
I said, what? I said, no, I just want beef, nacho cheese. And she came back and went, yeah, no, you can only have it this way. So I went, yeah, okay, I'll have it that way. I paid for it, I grabbed it, I turned the fuck around, I got in the fucking driveway, I walked inside, and I said, let me see a fucking manager right now. And I fucking threw the bag on the goddamn table, and the lady comes up and went, what? And I went, blah, 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 blah. I said, you can't hear it over the fucking speakerphone, blah, 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 blah. I said, get the fucking owner on the phone. I said, this is fucking crazy to me. And yeah, I ended up getting like, I think it was 50 free medium fucking meals from this owner. Like, it was mailed to me a couple weeks later. Yeah, that's, more or less, dude, a free year of food.
That's why I don't get it. Like, I've worked in quick service restaurants and fast food and shit, and there literally is a screen that tells you minus onions, minus lettuce, or plain. Like, when I worked at Domino's,
not rocket science.
It really isn't. When I worked at Domino's, I worked with 18, 19-year-old kids, and I was 28, right? Yeah. And they're making pizzas, and I would look up and be like, okay. Pepperoni, bam. That means cheese, sauce, pepperoni. Done. It's the simplest goddamn thing you could do in the world. But I would constantly have, like, after I left Domino's, because I know what it takes to make the Domino's pizza. I can't order from Domino's anymore because these motherfuckers, all I'll say is no garlic oil on my crust. Don't put garlic on my crust. I don't want it. Every single fucking time, garlic oil dripping into my pizza. I'm like, I don't want this shit, man. Like, it's just 2 seconds.
My Pizza Hut delivery driver shows up in his own personal Pizza Hut swag. This dude like went to like fucking Vistaprint and shit, and like he's got his own Pizza Hut hoodie. He's got like just Pizza Hut, like he lives the Pizza Hut life. I don't know if he actually owns that Pizza Hut. He's just a driver, right? But like, fuck, Pizza Hut needs to hook this guy up. I'm telling you, right now.
I've never been to a restaurant and got food poisoning 3 times, and that's why I'll never go to another Pizza Hut ever again.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I'm just saying, hey, personal experiences, shit happens.
Yeah.
Dude, I
3 times, fool me once. 57 times, shame on me.
I got food poisoning from a Jack in the Box. Oh,
I mean, everybody's got a story where there's just this one restaurant. You loved it until you didn't love it again.
Yeah, don't put that karma on me. Don't put that karma on me.
I'm not. Hey.
Don't put that karma on me. I can't say it out loud, but
I came back from Afghanistan on leave, and me and Raina went to IHOP, and I got a steak, and I got it medium rare because that's how you eat steak, and for the next week and a half I couldn't shit. I could not shit for the next week and a half, bro. It was so goddamn painful. I am so hesitant to go eat at any IHOP now, except the one I know that's good. Yeah. I can't do it, bro.
One of the local IHOPs here uses yellow butter, like local dairy. Oh, it's so fucking good.
So you're just like, I'm going there just to get more grease in my guts.
Shit. Yeah,
But, I mean, if I want grease, me and my wife will just make homemade biscuits and gravy here.
Just so that you haven't been introduced to Mr. Salt Bay up here, Charles is going to he's going to cook for us. He's going to make a video, and he's going to show us how he salts his steak or his burger.
Yeah, I saw that
we have to see this, though.
I saw that in the group chat. I was like, okay.
Oh, wait till he tells us that you ain't ever salted nothing, and he goes, I'll tell you when. He goes, when is when the goddamn salt shaker falls apart. That's when there's enough. That's when I say when.
I'm just saying, every single time. I already salted it. No, you didn't.
Bro, he's not wrong. If you look at like Gordon Ramsay's tutorials on how to cook steak, he salts the dog piss out of his steaks, to the point where it's a crust of salt on both sides. And he's like, it's the best way to keep your juices inside and this, that, and the third and all this other shit. And I'm like, I can't, I like salt and I like seasoning on my steaks, but it's fucking there's a limit.
A lot of people scrape it off after they put it on there.
You also like apple pie. There ain't no fucking limit.
Hey, apple pie, pineapple pizza, apple pie, my favorite. What about lasagna?
Oh, I love lasagna, bro. I fucking love lasagna.
I'm good. Nah,
I'm basically Garfield in a fucking that's to be expected. Apple pie.
You eat pineapple on pizza, but you're drawing the line on lasagna.
Yeah, I'm good.
I love lasagna.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Here's the kicker, right? People are polite, especially those that love you, right? Especially those that love you. So when you cook for them, they're going to tell you what they would want to hear, or the truth, right? You're like, being able to depict between those two is very, very hard. But I have one tell that has told me everything I ever want to know for over a decade. Does the conversation stop when the food shows up? That's all that matters to me. Is the food so good that you've shut your mouth and you've started eating? Yeah. Not that I don't like the conversation. I love the conversation.
Right.
But when the food's good, the conversation stops. You get chatter here, you get a little laughter here or there, but everybody eats and then they go back to talking.
I will give you
a
perfect example of that. Paul's wedding rehearsal dinner. His mother-in-law, look, I'm not an adventurous eater at all, right? I am very plain mashed potatoes, meat kind of guy. His mother-in-law made this chicken spaghetti. Bro, literally, when the food was done and Miss B said, everybody come get your plate, everybody served themselves, the house was quiet for 20 minutes. Yeah. It was just fat people just eating food the entire time.
Yep.
And then,
when I cook on the grill,
She
It's
cooked the
always
food
quiet
at the
afterwards.
reception too. That was her food.
That was her food.
That was her food.
Yeah.
Well, you remember I couldn't stay because my tooth was all jacked
Yeah.
up. But yeah.
My
Yo,
mother-in-law is
His mother-in-law's cooking
she's from
is
New Orleans, so that should tell you enough in
insane.
itself. If
Yeah.
you've ever eaten, if you're never eaten food from Louisiana or just New Orleans in general,
Jambalaya is one of American staples for.
she makes the most amazing dirty rice I've ever had in my life.
Whoa! This is a kid's show.
Yeah.
Listen, so y'all ever had gumbo before?
Sure.
I've had
So
If you're in the
usually
army, you've had gumbo. Yeah.
in gumbo, usually you make that during the cold season because it's warm food. In
Yeah.
Texas, we don't give a crap about that because it's more hot than it is cold. And she found out that we would eat gumbo all year long if we could. It's weird for them because they're not used to that type of scenario.
Yeah.
So when she found that out, she made gumbo, I think last month, and she ran out of orders because
Oh yeah, that makes
she
sense.
didn't expect so many people. Her gumbo, he's like
Fire.
heaven.
Bro, send a letter to Guy Fieri. Diners,
can
drives,
ruin
and diners,
So he
drive-ins,
can
and
ruin
dives.
it?
Hell
So he
no.
can ruin it?
He don't. What the fuck is he gonna ruin? He's gonna bring more people.
Bro, he could not ruin Miss B's cooking.
He's gonna fix it.
That woman is ordained by God to be a cook. That woman is,
Guy Fieri came to Mims here.
Yeah.
Not the new owners of Mims. It does.
No, but
I'm
it
sorry,
was
it does not taste the same anymore.
It was
but-
the old restaurant, the old recipe.
There's
Yeah.
only-
Yeah, I got to
there's
enjoy
only-
it for a couple months.
there's only one thing that I've had that the first time I had it, I instantly fell in love with it. And my wife is gonna think I'm bullshitting, but literally the first time she
Penis.
made me carne guisada, oh my god, bro! I was like, what the fuck have I been doing, not eating this shit this whole time?
You're not fat enough.
My most
not
recent
bad enough.
experience is deep fried burrito. Yeah,
That's definitely a heart attack waiting to happen.
yeah.
Like I said, deep fried burritos
They're called chimichangas in some places, but
or chimichanga.
yeah. Oh, deep fried burritos are so fucking good.
Her mom's tamales too were fucking fire.
Yeah.
Her mom's
tamales.
pork
Shout out
tamales.
Taco Burrito Mexico,
I love
Green
them.
Bay, West Side.
The pork tamales from my mother-in-law, shit, bro. She makes them once a year around Christmas time when we buy the stuff. But God bless, man. I could literally eat, like, she'll make 100 tamales and 50 of them will come home with me. It's, man, the masa, the puerco, the spice, oh, man. I love my mother-in-law's tamales.
PR, you got a dad joke for us? I got one. If you, you've got the book. Okay,
Pull it out.
let's do PR joke with. Let's do dad jokes with
I got a
PR.
calendar this time.
Calendar this time. Hey.
My boss always used to laugh at my jokes in the office. But stop laughing now that we're on video call. She says my jokes aren't remotely funny.
Ooh, that's a C. That's a C one.
One more.
You
one
know
more,
it's
one
good
more.
when it sucks
Burn.
the air out of the room.
What is a golf club's favorite type of music?
Swing.
That's exactly right. I try not to tell my jokes near glass. I just know it would crack up.
Oh man. Well, Mike, we're so glad to have you back, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Life's a
And-
journey.
Heat Check is coming back. We are this coming up Friday will be our first time back, and I plan on making it back to weekly audio, visual, everything. So
Don't tease me.
Don't tease me.
we get into a good thing. One dad joke to kind of redeem myself for the last time I told a dad joke that wasn't a dad joke. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom?
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Because the P is silent.
Woo! We got it, Paul.
I know my kid's messing up.
He's over here. He's over here vibrating to the side. Keep talking. It's kind of funny.
That's fine.
Ah, there it is.
Weird.
But yeah.
All right. Did you hear about the two rowboats that got into an argument?
No, sir.
It was an ordeal. Thank you for all of our listeners out there, all of our clicks, comments, likes,
This guy.
laughters. Yeah, I'm not sure where he went. He's with us in heart. I could see his little...
His little emoji down there.
Can anybody else hear the fucking
I can hear
fire? I fucking love you, man.
it. That's great.
He's back. He's in there. Oh.
Again.
I don't know what's
thank you, guys.
happening. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, we love you,
You
man.
gotta cut those for yourself, Paul.
Listen, we appreciate
I'm back.
all of you. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, to engage with us. We think that's one of the absolute greatest things that you could possibly do, giving us your lifetime. Hopefully we fill that time with laughters, information, and a whole bunch of what the did I just hear. You can find us pretty much everywhere at this point. All you have to do is Google who the hell are those guys and give it a name, and we'll be right there.
Yeah.
If you're having any issues out there, please reach out, chat with us. We would love to talk you through whatever you're going through, talk with you, talk for you, or even talk at you, depending on what you like. You can find those answers and more on our new OnlyFans page coming up shortly. Just kidding, of course. Right, selling feet pics to no one. On a much brighter note, please take care of yourself. The world is a much, much better place with you in it. Whether you know me or not, or you know any of us, we absolutely care about you, and we love you more.